style laughing. So, hello. This is the first session of Bookbusters, Misadventures in Candlekeep. This is here's Nocky's green. This is a series of light, fun one-shots set in Candlekeep. It does use the adventures of Candlekeep Mysteries, but kind of tied together slightly differently because our characters are not going to be globetrotting all around Faerun. Tonight is the first session. Everybody say hello first of all. Say hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Excellent. To give you a bit of background, we've done individual session zeros already, so the characters all kind of know a bit about Candlekeep and who each other are. They are all, it's hard not to draw Hogwarts parallels here, but they are all first year students or apprentices within Candlekeep, or they might have come there for different reasons or been there for different periods of time. Candlekeep, well, where's my Candlekeep splash? First of all, let's activate that. Should have started with that one, really, shouldn't I?
I hope there's one difference between this and Hogwarts, and it's that you won't be tweeting out revelations about the campaign 5 years after it's ended.
Yeah, like halfway through my next campaign, I'll be like, by the way, the main buttress on the north wall was gay. Yeah, I will not be doing...
This wasn't relevant to the story.
Yeah, in Candlekeep, everyone just went to the toilet in the corridors and magicked it away. So you have all lived in Candlekeep for... Just checking my microphone volume with music picking up. Always fun with a new overlay to see how it gets picked up. Our entire campaign, I'll probably call it a campaign, is going to take place in this tower. The main tower of a Candlekeep library castle itself. You would all be familiar with the small town that has sprung up around Candlekeep, and you would be heading out on your daily business, but for the most part you live, study and possibly die in this tower. You have all made friendships. How strong or distant those friendships are up to you. And as we covered in your individual session zeros, the theme of this campaign is going to be that you all know about a forbidden library within Candlekeep that contains troublesome tomes and books. Not evil, dark, curse, books. Those are kept somewhere else in Candlekeep, I imagine. They would definitely exist. But the way I describe this to some of you, to make another Hogwarts parallel, is imagine if the staff of Hogwarts came together and found a room where they stored everything that they agreed the Weasley twins and Peeves must absolutely never be able to find. It's just full of troublesome prank, tomes with huge prank potential. You've heard about this library, and you've heard that one of the most prestigious and promising students are often given the great privilege of getting access to tidy that room. So you all have been working quite hard to get some extra credit in the hopes that one of you will be given access to this library. And you've all made a bit of a pinky promise that whoever gets in will let the others in, so you can scope these books out and see what's been going on. Going through our group, we have a number of you. First up, Vali, could you please describe yourself?
Vali is a tiefling with pale blue skin and red markings going around their face and arms. They are 5'11", so they claim, but the last 4 inches of that is mostly their horns, which curve upwards into a pair of points. They are usually seen carrying around a backpack full of many books that they promise, honestly, they will absolutely read sometime soon, really. And they've got black hair, red eyes, and they're absolutely a keener and have been working hard over the past while to gain access to this forbidden library.
Okay, thank you very much, Lally. Next up, we have Precious.
Yeah, so if you were ever to find yourself in Candlekeep, you'd probably find it really impossible to not notice Precious. She's a young woman with impossibly long hair, which is arranged in a complex braid interwoven with flowers. And yes, it is bright pink. You'd usually find her right in the center of a room full of people, her aquamarine eyes just glistening and a face full of expression as she playfully recounts a tale that toes the line between the fanciful and the plausible. You might occasionally wonder why she never has any shoes on, or why she likes to break into song whilst talking. But she's charming enough, and she has a beguiling presence that kind of makes everyone forget about quibbles and just enjoy the moment. And she's been using such charming abilities to get points for her house and maybe secure access to that forbidden library, which she has no intention of cleaning and every intention to explore.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Riley. Nikki, will you tell us a little bit about Riley?
So Riley is a small red-haired halfling with pierced ears and big warm eyes that seem to be darting all at once with great interest and excitement. She's very fond of jewelry and refuses to accept the usefulness of shoes. She carries around a bunch of cool rocks and leaves that she picked up one day, and her demeanor is usually cheerful and carefree.
Brilliant.
But-
Sorry, cut off there. Sorry, Nikki, I think cut off for a second. I spoke off over you. Was there more there?
No, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And then finally, we have Tim. Knock, can you tell us a bit about Tim?
Oh, is this on? This is on. Good. Okay. So Tim is always dressed in a dusty brown overcoat that has a few stains on it that he's clearly, not often washed. He's very fond of it. It's very comfy. He's always dressed in, these nice black shoes with mismatched socks that he doesn't really seem to notice, but it happens. He gets busy. His hair is always kind of combed a bit to the side, like he didn't pay much attention to it in the morning and just got it out of the way. And he has two large circular spectacles that frame his very angular face. He's a pretty thin person, and he has this very nervous energy about him. You'd most commonly find him in a debate hall, sort of waiting while everyone else is talking, but then something he finds entirely objectionable comes up, and he just goes at it with a fervor and a fury. And Tim, well, he thinks of himself as a very, very studious and very, very, law-abiding, orderly person who would never dare go into any sort of restricted library unless he was absolutely pressured to do so, in which case, yes, he would.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So yeah, that is the cast of tonight's adventure. Time-wise, or timeline-wise, this will pick up just as Tim has completed his duties and the events of his session 0, and he is just coming back up or down, depending on how the staircases worked that day, to the student dorms, the apprentice dorms. And that playlist is immediately not working. Fantastic. So we don't have the music I wanted there. I'll work on that. But yes, as Tim re-enters the
This
dorms,
is working fine for me.
oh, the music is playing for you.
Yep.
Good,
Dorms.
good to know. Okay, so I don't know
Me as
why,
well.
don't know what's wrong with my computer, but the viewers will have to just imagine the Traverse Town music from Kingdom Hearts, but slightly slowed down to make it a bit more calm and peaceful. Yeah, you come back and you find some of your fellow students sat around. What are you all up to?
Valley is absolutely playing around with the new book that they got from Archivist Dragna very recently. And for once, they're actually reading a book they said they'd read soon-ish. And they just lean back and say, "Oh, hello, Tim. How are you?"
Tim's carrying a brown leather satchel under his arm, in which he's sort of rifling through papers. He's pulling one out every once in a while, his eyes glossing over it as he's walking, bumping into the corners of objects and walls every once in a while as he looks up, almost entirely unaware of where he was. As he says, hi, Volley. Where'd you come from?
I was
Oh, but
always here.
Precious. And he sort of looks down. I can't see over the. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to scoot around as he moves past the edge of the table, to move and see Riley. Oh, Riley, there you are.
Riley grins at you. Hi, Tim.
Hey guys, how's everyone? I was just off doing some cleaning, some stuff. I got a crystal and I gave away the crystal. It was very nice.
Wait a minute, you're cleaning too. Did Duvald rope you into that as well?
I just did a thing, man. I don't know. I was just, I, the mushroom guy was just like, he came to my room, it was morning, and he said, "Hey, do you want to go do a thing?" And I said, "Sure," because he's scary.
He's not scary. He's a sweetheart, and he's not a mushroom boy. He tends
He's
a
made
farm.
of mushroom!
Well, I
Have I,
think he's very, very cute.
have I
Who
never
am I to
met this
judge?
mushroom man? Huh. I don't think I've ever met this mushroom person. Valley
Yeah,
shrugs
who
and
are you talking about?
His name's weird. He speaks in a very high-pitched, scraggly voice. He works with Professor Cousant. I always forget his name.
Oh, you're talking about Smeeble.
Oh God, yes, Smeeble.
I also seen him this morning.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What did he do to you?
He's very friendly when he's not running somewhere.
He's like a plant, right? Like a plant person. Like how
I
does
mean,
that work?
it seems to be working fine if they're okay, I guess.
I'm just curious how it functions. Like, does he eat? Is it just photosynthesis? Is it a mix of the two?
Well, have you asked them?
Yeah, we
No,
can
he's
ask.
weird.
Why is that weird? You have a question, ask the question.
Exactly.
I turned to Precious with just sort of a like help me gesture on my face.
Well, next time we'll ask them together. Yeah?
Have you
I
tried
mean, I'm
looking?
curious too.
Have you tried looking this race up in a book? Surely there's gotta be a book on something here.
Well, I've tried, and I've looked through all the pages, and it's like either I'm very bad at looking, or he is just an anomaly because I cannot find a mushroom-capped plant man named Smeeble or anything like him anywhere.
Well, it wouldn't be Sneeble, it'd be something more generic, like tiefling or halfling, right?
I don't.
Oh, he's
Those aren't really
definitely not
generic.
a halfling.
I mean, that's an example.
Tim sort of moves down, moving back the chair in front of him as he takes a seat, and he says, "Well, it was quite an experience, nonetheless. How was everyone else's mornings?"
Oh, there's a
Riley
spider.
sits on the table. I made friends.
That's nice, but that feels unsanitary.
Okay,
Valley
sorry.
raised an eyebrow at that.
She moves to a chair.
Oh, thank goodness.
I thought you meant it
Riley,
was
I'm so proud of
unsanitary
you.
making friends. I was like, wow,
Oh,
okay.
that's what I thought too.
Topical. Very topical.
I totally misread that.
Yeah, so just to confirm, some parts of your one-on-one adventures did overlap a little bit. A couple of you had the same events, well, the same sort of scenarios of different outcomes. Some of you had experiences that were entirely unique to you at different points as well. I think all of you got the music hall shown off to you, although some of you got there after other people had done certain things. Yeah, we have our first comment from a viewer as well. There is a very small amount of shoes happening in this game so far.
For what it
Can I-
matters, Valley does wear shoes.
Tim wears shoes.
That's sanitary.
Can I ask if so Precious is just gonna try to just sort of entitledly grab Dragna's book and just see and say, "Oh, did you manage to snipe this from Dragna? Is this Thrice Bitten?"
I didn't snipe it. I was just given it.
He
I mean-
gave it to you?
You got a book?
Yes. Did you not get books?
No.
I mean, if you want books, you can just take them normally.
Is that how that works?
I mean, normally you give them back, but you can just sort of take them.
Is that why they call this place a library?
I mean, you can take
Yes.
anything if you're sneaky enough.
No, that's stealing, and stealing's bad.
Is it though?
Yes.
Legally, yes.
Morally, also yes.
Well, that one's debatable.
Not really.
Riley
No.
shrugs.
I mean, I'm not stealing anything. I'm just like borrowing it for a short time.
Is that actually Thrice Bitten, the book? Can I check the title?
Valley passes the book over to Precious.
She's just gonna is it thick? Is it a thick book?
Yeah, this is the book for in your inventory called Borrowed, isn't it?
Yep.
Valley?
No,
Yeah.
sorry. Borrowed Book of Dragons
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the one Valley's had for a little while and separate from the one Dragna offered.
If I remember rightly, wasn't that one to do with? Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was. What we agreed it was to do with now. That book.
The Borrowed Book of Dragons was the backstory thing for the subclass.
Oh yeah, that one was. I'm trying to remember what you borrowed, what you got from Dragna.
I actually forget that as well. It's the one thing I didn't write in my notes.
It was not. The young adult novel he's been writing, Thrice Bitten. Unfortunately, let me see if I put it.
Yeah,
in...
so Precious will definitely convey the fact that our headmaster, the beloved and learned Dragna, is writing a young adult novel called Thrice Bitten.
Oh. You know, I've been working on writing a novel myself, actually.
Oh, really?
What's it?
Work in progress is the official title so far.
Oh, that's interesting. Is it a story about how people improve themselves through hard work?
You see as Tim takes a small quill out of his satchel and scribbles down what you said on a corner of paper. It is now.
I'll put down the list whenever I manage to get around to it. Let's go. The other things I need to read first. And as Valley passes the book from Dragna over to Precious, they will pull out another equally hefty tome from their bag and drop it on the table with a stump. And
Wait,
flip over
no,
the page.
really, Value, now? Can we? I mean, we're all together. Can we just do something else other than reading? I'd love that. Come on. Maybe something fun.
So fun. Reading's
But
so
reading's
fun.
fun. Yeah.
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 We're all free right now. You know? Oh,
Oh no. Oh god.
Hello
it's
there.
alright, Tim. Hide behind me.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Just passing
Hi,
by.
Smeeble.
Hi! Please excuse.
Hello there.
Thank you. You see Smeeble carrying what looks to be a large bag of compost or some sort of dirt that goes almost as high as his face. Excuse me. Oh, jumped a bit. Excuse me.
Do you need a hand with that, Smeagol?
If you can get door, please.
No.
Just need to get... no, this door. Yes, this door. Thank you. Please.
She opens the door.
Oh, thank you. It's very heavy.
Oh, don't worry. Don't.
There we go.
I don't want to step on you. It's alright.
Oh,
Thank you. Just need to... need to repot the plants. Getting very big.
The
Oh.
entire time, Tim is nervously drumming his fingers on the table.
And you see, those of you who are lingering and watching will see, once Smeeble drops this big bag, he reaches up to the large mushroom on his head and just pulls it off and wipes a slight sweat off his brow with what appears to just be a mushroom hat before he slaps it back on his head.
see, Tim, it's just a mushroom hat. Perfectly ordinary mushroom hat.
Hey, Smeagol, I think Tim has some questions for you. Tim,
No,
come
I
over.
don't.
Questions?
Tim has some
God.
questions.
He
Come on
needs to
over, Tim.
repot plants.
Hello, Mr. Smeeble.
Hello?
So Tim reaches down, and he's sort of, one of his hands is ringing in the other. One of his feet is lightly tapping onto the wooden floor as he looks up, adjusting his glasses for a moment as he says, "What do you eat?"
Smooth.
Food? Sometimes bread, sometimes chicken, sometimes he sort of he glances around a bit conspiratorially and yes, just that sort of thing. What you eat?
So Tim's worked this up so much in his mind, right? He is really looking to see if there's any indication that Smeeble was either pulling his leg or, trying to throw the wool over his eyes.
Maybe an insight check. Say DC 12.
That is a 13.
Yeah. It looks like he was being straightforward at first, but then there was maybe something he was going to share that he tried to size up and decided, I'm not going to share that information, actually. So yeah, you don't get the sense that he was lying, but he's definitely held something back.
Okay. Tim, sort of gives a nod. He doesn't really think that he's the one to sort of confront that. It's, if he wants to keep something from me, that's his business. As Tim's going to slide out of the view of the little mushroom hat man and go back to sitting not on the table, on the chair. There we go. That's nice.
Okay,
As you pass,
don't tell me what you eat. Sorry, Nikki.
as you pass Riley, she will whisper, "You did great."
No, I didn't. Shut up.
Valley will throw Tim a pair of thumbs up.
Don't be asking what Smeeble eats and don't even tell me what you eat and just walk away. Sorry. And Precious just
I
sees that
eat
he starts to
regular food.
But so do I!
I don't believe you.
He looks at Precious, he's like, but sometimes
When I'm changing plants, sometimes nice big grub or worm in the soil and
That sounds delicious.
it is delicious. I once a tabaxi man came and he described it as slimy yet satisfying.
I would love to try one day. And don't mind Tim, he's doing his best.
I'll save you one next time, but now I must work.
Okay. Do you need any help?
No thank you. I don't really know you, and you might do it wrong. So maybe sometime I will show you.
Oh, that'd be lovely. All right. See you later.
Okie dokie.
He walks away.
Close the door, please.
All right. Have fun.
Thank you.
Well, okay, you all want to do something fun, and that was fun. We got Tim to talk to Smeeble. There we go.
Yeah, that was great. Well done, Tim.
Tim's rocking back and forth in his chair slightly, his fingers again drumming on the wooden surface of the table as he says, "Reading's fun. Writing's fun. Analysis is fun. That was not fun. That was terrifying.
It's one person. How bad could it be?
He's a mushroom person. I don't know how to talk to them.
It's just a hat. You
What
fucking
hat?
have any other.
It's a really big and auspicious hat.
I mean,
Make
that's
me.
not really
Can
big
everyone
enough.
make me a nature check?
Yeah.
DC 10.
Tim is way too off-put to focus on any sort of knowledge at the moment.
Okay. Having spent a bit of time actually engaging directly with and stood very close to Smeeble for the last few minutes, whereas you might have just seen him in passing before, you're all confident he's just a goblin with a mushroom hat on.
Like, think of it this way. Just imagine if my horns were a hat, Tim, and you can talk to me just fine.
Well, yeah, but you're not like a plant.
He's not a plant.
He's definitely a plant.
I'm
He's just a
telling you, he's
goblin.
not a plant.
He's a goblin.
I've seen plants. He looks nothing like plants.
But he's green, and they're green, and well, not all plants are green. Some are red, there's flowers, but a lot of plants are green.
Yeah, and
plants
people
also
are
pink.
green sometimes too.
You're all talking so loud at me.
Sorry.
Don't
It's
worry,
fine,
Tim.
Tim. It's fine to me.
You hear the firm and sort of rhythmic clop noises that two pairs of hooves are on the stone floors and ascending up the stairs. And you would probably know from the sound of hooves who is coming, but just as the first of you register this sound, around the corner, you see the tall, elderly satyr form of Professor Sanzo.
Those horns, wow.
I've always been curious how they're sustained by his biology.
Sorry, I'll just move out of your way, Professor.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello, Professor. Good morning. It's nice to see a friendly face around here.
The eyes are being cast around. I am looking for Scholazio. Have any of you seen him?
I think he was upstairs at the library, writing his
Seen him
book.
at the library.
Indeed he was, but I've not seen him in some hours, and I just passed through there.
Oh, I wouldn't know where he'd gone then.
Myself and Archivist Ragnar and several of the other staff are most concerned. He did not attend the faculty meeting, which none of us ever recall happening.
I mean,
Wait.
there's First time for everything?
No, we need to go out and search for him. I mean, Sio is missing,
Yeah,
right?
Yes, we need to
yes.
find him.
Yes.
That will not quite be necessary. Of course, you will have your tasks and your studies. The faculty will search for him, but I'm sure you all have things to be doing. In fact, this reminds me. Riley, may I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
And he gestures for you to follow.
Man,
God, I'm in
that guy-
trouble.
That guy is so
You got
cool.
this.
I wonder, how often does he just bang his horns on things? Because, I mean,
I've
my
never
horns are-
seen it happen.
He comes charging around the corner at speed, head lowered towards you.
Do we want to follow? Do we want to listen in?
No.
No? Okay, well, I'll just go and then I'll be back. And she's just gonna.
I'll make sure to follow you just to keep you out of trouble.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna stay here to actually keep out of trouble.
And he sort of just glances up and sees you.
Oh, nope.
Are you on your way to your chambers, precious?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Mm-hmm. Is it this?
No,
door again?
this one's yours.
Yep. Just don't mind me. Bally and I just hanging together in the dorm. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm going the same way. Just don't mind me. Valley is going to sneak into their dorm and then lean right up against the door.
Same.
Right up against the door.
Okay. Both of you make me perception checks while Professor Sanzo to Riley. I have heard what excellent service you provided in the Griffin Eyrie.
Oh yeah, that was really nothing, really.
That was not what you should have been expected to do, but you acquitted yourself magnificently. You are being entrusted with a special task, a privilege, if you will. You will no doubt be aware, as all students like to whisper, about a hidden library here. That library is called the Ars Arcanum.
Riley is doing the worst poker face in history.
He is going to hold out a small purple glowing stone to you.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, I have placed it in your inventory. This ward stone, if you head into the center library and go to the southeast shelf, say Amuntis Aragolna, and it will open up and allow you access.
Thank you for this honor.
It is not just an honor, it is a very sacred responsibility. One that the faculty trust you will not misuse.
Of course.
Excellent. Then I should go and speak to Dragnar and Cousins and some of the others about tracking down whatever Scholazio may be.
Good luck.
Goodbye, Precious. Goodbye, Varley.
Bye from the closed door.
Valley will not say anything.
What? Tim, his mouth full with a bit of bird, says, "Oh, goodbye, Professor.
Good day." And
Goodbye."
he will head off. You sound like Smeeble.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No, actually, I was eating lunch. What's up?
I can't believe you got the key first. I thought for certain I'd get it. Valley looks just dejected.
Well, like
At
the
not
key to
being
the
number one.
bathroom? Because I never could find that.
Oh no, the bathroom's locked.
Oh.
There are two bathrooms. One of them is locked.
Have I just been I've been going down into town to. I've been here for a year. Okay.
You didn't know about the second bathroom?
I didn't know about the second bathroom. We don't have to talk about it.
Oh my god, Riley, you're amazing. Like,
But
you are just amazing.
oratories. I'm so
Thank
sorry
you.
for you, Tim. So, you're totally gonna let us in there, right, Riley? Right?
Wait, once again.
You're totally gonna let us
Of
in
course.
there, right?
Yeah.
Well, wait, in where I'm missing some valuable context, but I'm not missing carbohydrates, which is very important.
The library, Timmy.
We have a lot of libraries.
The cool library.
Yeah, the closed one.
Whoa. Wait, are we allowed in? I'm not sure if we're allowed in there.
Of course we're not allowed.
Riley's allowed.
Well, but then why would... If we're not, maybe we shouldn't go if we're not allowed?
And that's the end of Bookbusters, Misadventures in Candlekeep.
Riley will lean forward to Tim and she will say, "Do you know how many books there are?"
Despite Riley's short stature, Tim still finds himself leaning back. A lot, I imagine.
Yeah. And you will only get access to them if you go with us.
Can I keep one?
I don't know. But if you sneak it out, then probably.
Tim sits for a moment, sort of mulling it over, a thin bead of sweat dropping down his face as he looks at all of you who he imagines are looking at him quite expectantly. And he says, "Fine.
In and out.
Fine.
15-minute trip. No, let me
As
know
long
we're
as
there.
As long as we're quick about it."
Yeah, of course.
And quiet.
I'm not that good at being quiet. Could we try being...
Hello, Smeeble.
Bye, Smeeble.
Oh, hi.
Bye.
Hi.
I won't say anything.
I won't
Say
either.
He's so sweet, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, friend.
He freaks me the fuck out.
You just need to get
Language.
over your prejudices, I think. But it's fine. In time.
No, he's a
He's
goblin.
not a plant.
He totally is.
It's alright,
He's
we'll
a
work on it.
goblin.
What? Comes from the stairs
Bye,
as
Smeeble.
with the raised voice at the end there.
A plant?
Oh, now you've done it.
Apologize. Just look into his eyes and say, "I am sorry." Come on, Tim.
What do you mean a plant?
I mean that you're an excellent herbologist, sir, and that you plant very well.
Oh,
I
thank
honestly...
you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I like you.
Please don't.
Yeah, you should spend more time with Smeeble, Tim. You could get to know each other better.
Okay.
I will bring you a plant. Goodbye.
Good. Oh my god, he's totally a fucking plant.
No,
How
Tim.
Language.
how comfortable is Tim with any sort of friendly body contact? I'm talking about like an arm over the shoulders or like a gentle pat.
He's generally like okay with it as long as he sees it coming. If it surprises him, he kind of he gets a bit freaked out. But if he sees it coming, he's fine.
So you would have known Precious long enough to know that she is a hugger. And so she's gonna put like an arm over you and look deep into your eyes and say, "I'm so proud of you, Tim. Well done."
Man,
Honestly.
I am blanking a lot right now.
You've got this. And she's gonna give him a little like squeeze.
Thank you.
All right, let's go get some like forbidden knowledge and all that fun stuff.
On the topic
Yeah.
of knowledge, I'll be
We're
right
all
back.
looking for Scholazio, so
I'll be right back. Just one moment. And
Oh, could
Valley's
you close
going
my door as you go through that?
Valley
Thank
is
you.
going to turn down a different passage, which is not to their room, and just open a door and grab some of the many books that Archivist Dragna said I really should return at some point.
Yeah, it's a very veiled threat, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. And they're going to return carrying several more books in their hands, some of which you may recognize as have been marked as missing from the library.
I will not judge.
Well then, lead the way, Riley. Let's get to the
oh
books.
fuck, I need to lead the way.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to slow you down. I'll just be back really quickly.
Oh.
As Tim jogs down to his room, opens. He bends down and creaks open a wooden chest in which lies a few clothes that he shuffles aside to see a decently tattered stuffed llama that looks as if it's been squeezed to death from his ages 4 to 14.
Oh,
And he bends down, picks it up, and gives a little squeeze and says, "That hug was awesome. Okay, we're gonna do this, Fluff." The llama a little pat on the head before putting it back and putting clothes over top of it to hide it before he closes the chest and leaves his room.
You ready?
Yeah, Fluffy.
let's go. Oh, sorry.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
Hanging up the rear.
Is there a teleporter here?
That didn't do what I expected it would do. Don't worry, I'm going to load you on to the next scene. Just for some reason, it didn't activate in the way that it should have. But, heading down the stairs... Hold on, I've lost one of you. Ah, there's Varley. Oh yes, I forgot. I got the stairway the wrong way around there. Yes, there we go. You would find yourselves in the library. Now, for you, is the music still playing?
Not yet. I
It is
suppose
not.
it's loading in.
Okay.
Ambient music, like in the scene,
Yes,
is playing
yeah.
for me.
Oh, there you go. Loads in.
Okay. Weirdly, that one track does not play for me anymore. But it's very weird. The timer, like the track timer, isn't even going for me. But it's playing for you, and that's what matters.
Is that a module for folders in playlists?
I hope you're... A module for... How do you mean, sorry?
I'm seeing folders in playlists.
Oh, can you see all the folders, can you?
No, just Candlekeep.
It says Candlekeep Music in dorm.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see that on mine. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. So send me a screenshot of what it looks like for you. One of you, please. Just so I know for Curse of Strahd. In case I have a playlist called, like, Vasily's Inevitable Betrayal.
Silly will betray us?
No.
What?
Spoilers.
Oh, Precious, you look different. Did you change your hair or something?
Well, yeah, I like to style it differently, so
That's
thanks
fair.
for noticing, though.
Oh, well, I didn't even notice, but the old token was on the other map. Yeah, great.
Tim just
Valley
mutters.
is very perceptive.
Yeah, Tim just mutters to himself. That's really cool.
Okay, guys, where is southeast?
Valley's going to point vaguely in this direction.
It's south of the eastern. How do you not? Is this like? Excuse me. is not? Do you not know directions?
I mean, they're hard sometimes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Have I been doing them wrong? Are they supposed to be? They're not supposed to be easy. Then questions for later.
Okay, I will stand here and very conspirationally, I will say Amuntis Aragulna.
That is pronounced Amuntis Arguna, like Leviosa.
Okay, but it seems to be working. I hear something.
You hear the
Guys,
grinding of stone moving, but you don't see anything.
Guys, I'm not too sure about this.
I am very sure about
I am.
this.
Let's go.
I'm betting it's that statue.
Okay.
Oh, she's off. She's off.
Oh my god.
This way.
I can't move that fast. Wait.
Oh. Oh, that's never a good noise. Oh, damn it.
At the end of that grinding, you hear the slam of stone.
Oh, here's a statue. Maybe we weren't fast enough. Can you say it again?
I mean, they made an athletics. They made this an athletics thing in a place full of old scholars. Really?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, that means no one could get it.
Yeah, that's smart, but they didn't think of us. We're better than this.
Wait, you're athletic?
You're not?
I mean, I played, like, kickball once.
I mean, you gotta be strong in your body and mind.
I'm kind of...
Mind is more important.
Yeah!
Okay, I'm gonna go and try to say the words again in there, and you see if anything's happening.
Okay. Wait. What if you say them over here? What if we say them right here?
In southeast.
Oh, you're right. Alright, just let us know when you're gonna do it. Valley is going to stretch their arms and do a few lunges as they limber up, ready to sprint for wherever this library appears.
Well, what are you doing?
Limbering up?
Is that what that is? I've only read about it in theory. Is it hard?
It shouldn't be.
Oh, let me try. As Tim bends down trying to touch his toes, but his fingers aren't able to make it past his calves.
Tim, make a constitution saving throw.
Actually. Let me go ahead.
Riley
Riley
is saying the words as this is happening.
Oh, God! Tim, Tim, for the next 5 minutes, you have 5 foot less movement.
Oh, you're gonna pull something. Oh, you pulled something.
I did, and it was my heart.
So that's why you gotta limber up regularly, Tim, or you'll hurt yourself.
Level 1's dangerous. What happened? A congenital heart defect has felled Tim seconds into the adventure.
Tim's just gonna slink off to the side for a moment, trying really hard not to look like he is in the pain that he is very much in.
Okay.
I'm saying Amun Aragulna.
For those of you in the library, you see a portion of the wall slide aside.
Ooh.
I am running.
I just sat down.
I'm waiting on Riley.
Valley's not waiting for either of them.
Tim's struggling to get up. There we go. Guys?
You start to hear the grinding of stone. And just as Tim gets over the threshold...
Watch out, Tim!
Oh god, as my jacket gets snagged.
Oh, God.
Come on!
If I had been 5 foot faster...
Come on! As I pull and I heave, I just barely managed to get the edge out from being stuck.
So this
that was all the
room...
exercise for today.
This room just has faintly glowing runes on the floor and a single book, which is not wrapped in chains, despite the map. The book is glowing and just has the words Ars Arcanum on it.
Is this it? There's only one book? That's disappointing. I was looking for, like, at least 10 or 20.
Valley, you haven't even looked into it. It might be the most amazing book you've ever read.
But what if there's, like, 10 of the most amazing books I've ever read?
I will peek to see. Is the book open?
The book is currently open, yeah, and it just has... The pages are blank, except for the fact it says Ars Arcanum on it.
Oh, you need a lift, Riley? And Valley's gonna hold their hands like a little step ladder if Riley needs a lift up to the plinth.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Valley's gonna lift Riley up so she can read the book easier.
I assume that helps little since the pages are blank.
How close to the book are you getting?
Close.
Yeah,
Close?
Valley's pretty close.
Close.
Yeah. It just says
Like,
Ars Arcanum.
almost touching it.
Yeah, you just see the words Ars Arcanum.
Does anyone know what
Okay.
this means? I don't think I recognize the language.
Tim finally has the chance to calm down after the very strenuous events of the day, walking downstairs and that pain in my back. But he approaches as he adjusts his glasses and takes a breath and says, well, it seems to be a mix of scripts, if I could guess. As I pull out a few pages from my satchel and begin flipping through, but I don't recognize its origin at all.
I mean, it sort of sounds draconic, Ars Arcanum. You know, it sounds...
And as you say Ars Arcanum stood in front of the book, the runes on the floor glow for a second, and from the book you all have half a second where you just see burst out.
All Tim is able to say is,
"Oh shit!"
Oh, as a few papers flutter from his grasp and fall before his vision fades.
This is what I'm talking about.
When your vision returns, you will find yourselves on smooth stone steps heading down.
Ars Arcanum, wow.
Guys?
Look at this.
Where are the windows?
I mean, if there's no windows, that means no one can see us. If we were to, Was that us?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh.
That was someone I forgot shouldn't be open on this map. Just to avoid you going on a huge dungeon crawl in a direction that there is no dungeon in.
Valley is just browsing the selection of books, looking for something interesting. Just flitting from bookshelf to bookshelf.
I wonder if what happened was some sort of teleportation spell, or if this is illusory. I'm not quite certain.
Oh, who cares about that?
Guys,
look at all this.
more here.
Ooh, more.
Well, let's not Okay.
More, yes.
This is
Glowing.
Riley, in the room you get to, you see 2 tables, one of which has a book open, pulsing with purple energy, and hovering above it, the room is or the table is illuminated by a small, slowly drifting swarm of fireflies sort of dance over the table, and one of the chairs is a little more pulled out than the others.
Let's see. As Valley gets into this room, would they recognize a swarm of fireflies as a similar casting as the fireflies that Zio was using to illuminate his work during their one-on-one?
I would say it is so recently that Varley was with Zio that, yes, they could definitely draw that connection.
Hey, this kind of looks like the fireflies Zio was using to light up his place.
Does. Oh. Maybe, guy. This is just a thought, but maybe we shouldn't go touching any more glowing books. I'm getting a kind of a bad feeling about this.
Allow me to offer a rebuttal. What we do
Please
anyway.
don't. But that's
Valley is
not
going to start reading the book.
That's not a rebuttal. That's just a statement.
How else are we going to find Zio?
And this is the glowing book, yeah. You would see, well, in fact, if you're just going to read it, before you even manage to identify any words from it, as you sort of lean close enough to be reading distance, the light pulsing off it abruptly and massively increases, and all of you feel a horrible tugging sensation. Can all of you make me a strength saving throw?
Oh, God.
As Tim feels himself being pulled, he, with one hand, he grabs onto the chair next to him, and with the other, he sort of holds on, trying to like dig onto the table. It's like, no, I am not ready for this. I am not prepared for this. This is not what I wanted when I woke up this morning.
All of you first see Tim lifted off the floor, twisting impossibly, almost like liquid, as he is drawn down and into the book, immediately followed by Precious. Her hair just kind of trails out behind her for a surreal amount of time as she too is drawn into the pages of the book. Varley, despite being right in front of it, you just sort of brace your knees against the table, and although you feel yourself being inexorably pulled towards it, you manage just long enough to see Riley also pulled in before either through being overwhelmed or deciding to go with it and given into it, you two are drawn forward into the book.
They say a good book takes you to other places.
Oh, come on!
And
I'm gonna need this.
You just feel this surreal sensation of being drawn both forward and down. You feel like you're being pressed down and ground into the floor, and yet also stretched over impossible distance. This continues for, and none of you can see each other. You can't sense anything except this, good grief, now I'm looking at it, quite motion sickening sort of tunnel for, it's difficult to say how long it lasts for.
It is. Oh my!
Until eventually, you don't really have any awareness of being of that ending. You don't feel like you get spat out and land anywhere. You just are aware that after an indeterminate period of time of this happening, you're now stood on a shifting sort of mattress of purple fog that swims beneath you. It feels firm enough underfoot. Looking out, you see in every direction except forward just this endless, I hate to say the word to a bunch of Curse of Strahd DMs, but this endless mist, although it is purple. In front of you, you see a large 2-story stone mansion. It's very nice. It looks like almost one of these like Mediterranean sort of villas. It is very, very resplendent looking.
Tim collapses down onto this soft mattressy ground, his hands shaking, his glasses and hair decidedly askew, as he looks up at the mansion around him, and he says, "What happened?"
Oh, this is great. I've
Oh,
never
wow.
read a
That's
book
so
like that
fun.
before. Would you do that again?
How long were we in there? How much time
I
has
don't know.
passed?
I don't know, but I want to go again.
How old am I now?
You
I
look
mean,
the
you look
same. You look much the same.
I would say, like, how old do you feel, but based on the way you flex, I'm worried for you, Timmy.
Fair enough.
Come on, Timmy, much to explore.
Should we? Is this a door? Does this look like a door? Should we knock?
Yes, but I don't know where this foundry area is coming up from. There are a set of large double doors. Yes.
Oh. Well, we could just go right in.
Yeah, let's do it. She's gonna try to open the door. Oh, it opens! Amazing! Hello!
Precious, you are so cool.
Precious, you are so precious.
Thanks.
I just need to move Tim for a second because he's on top of my journal entry. There we go. Thank you, Tim.
Oh dear.
So yes, the ceiling in front of you is 15 foot high. And as you step in, you see a long corridor stretching in either direction. Did you say you were calling out hello when you stepped in,
did.
Precious?
I did.
You hear from down this corridor a hello? Hello?
Oh,
Who is it?
hi!
There's someone
Oh, that
here.
sounds like Zio.
Zio, we need to hide.
Well, we came to find him. I'm confused
I mean,
as to the
Yeah, but I
motive of
shouldn't
our
have brought you
activities
here.
I'm down here! Is someone there? Help!
Yes, we're here. Don't worry, Zio. We're here to rescue you.
I'm
Well,
not.
fine. You're getting me expelled. It's fine.
I mean, look at it this way. Maybe if we rescue Zio, you won't get expelled.
I was not ready for today.
I just want to delete and re-add Riley because it looks to me that whenever Riley moves, I get that error, which is really weird. Try and move again, Riley.
Yeah,
I'm
I
also
see that
seeing
too.
that error
Yeah.
when I move, when it's...
Yeah, that seemed to fix it. Didn't like something about Riley. Sorry, Riley.
Wow.
I know. So, as you step through, you find yourself on a semicircular patio. Oh, it's back, the error. Paved with these grey flagstones. On the centre is Zio, who you see has both of his hands up, facing out into the miasma, and seems to be channeling some sort of spell. He's firing just these beams and bolts off into the ether above you, and you see that he looks exhausted. And to avoid these
Alright.
errors before you continue, I'm actually going to remove all of you and add you all back on, just in case that helps.
Is it the area you're seeing where it's showing all our drag distances?
No,
that's
it just seems to be when some of you were moving.
No, looks to be good for me now.
Cool.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Zio is struggling with some sort of spell, and he sort of throws a quick glance in your direction. He's like, Riley!
Good morning. Good morning.
How do you find me?
I got the key. Do
Ah,
you need...
Good. How many weeks has it been?
To be fair, I don't know. We came through a weird tunnel. There were like lights and it was so cool. But-
Yes.
I don't know how much time it...
Fistandia was always one for the dramatics.
Maddox.
Who?
Scholazio, what kind of spell are you channeling? Why did you find yourself here?
I'm trying to stop it from collapsing in and destroying me. Well, us. This place is a pocket dimension, and yet I've been here, I think, 3 weeks now.
Really? But we last saw you about an hour ago.
An hour ago? At quite a different rate of time. I saw you in the library almost 3 weeks ago, by my count. I went from there to finish my studies in the Arcanum and was drawn into the book.
Scholazio, if someone needs to, if you're stuck here because of the spell, I could try casting it in your place.
I appreciate your willingness to help, but that will not be possible, a spell of this magnitude. However, Fistandia did often have guests. There will be another means to escape. I've been unable to explore it as the spell requires constant maintenance, but you could perhaps find the means for us to exit whilst I maintain the spell.
How did
Also-
you break it in the first place?
Also, this is most undignified, but if you have any food or water, I would be very appreciative.
I do, sir. As I pull out a water skin and half a loaf of bread, and I say, "Can I just slide it through the magic?"
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I cannot.
As I put it,
I cannot move my hands. I apologize. It is undignified for both of us.
yeah, it is. As I go and I move the food forward.
Ali's gonna look at Precious and lean over and say, "Who actually carries food with them in a library? Eating in a library."
I get hungry, okay?
I can continue to maintain this spell whilst you explore for a means for us to leave.
Okay.
Really, just trying to understand here. So you came, and the dimension just broke?
After a while, so it would seem, I think since Fistandia's death, the means by which she made this place persistent has become somewhat unreliable. I was in here for a matter of minutes before the spell began to collapse.
I'm very sorry to hear about your friend Bistandi. Did you kill her, or did she just pass naturally, or
Good grief!
what? Just asking.
You must not be paying much attention in your history of the arcane lessons. Vistandia, who can tell? And you see, you kind of instinctively goes into like the classroom, sort of who can tell me sort of question, and then sort of reflects on his current predicament. It's like, Fistandia was a spectacular archmage. She dabbled with many spells, particularly those formerly created by Mordenkainen himself, and would amend and edit their properties. This was her attempt to create a magnificent mansion that would never unmanifest. And for many years it was a spectacular magical arcane marvel. But alas, she did eventually die. And though the spell persisted for a time, clearly it is becoming unreliable and unstable now.
And I'll do whatever I can to help you, Scholazio. As Tim backs away and goes to look for something that could ease the scholar's burden.
Alright, well. This is fun. We just need to find a way out of here before we all die.
Just hang in there, Zio. Scholazio, sir. And she winks at him.
Don't worry, Zio. All will be well. You have this under control.
Tim seems sort of set with a bit of a newfound determination with this goal in front of him as he creaks open the door before him.
Okay. Opening the door, Tim. You find yourself looking around into what seems to be some sort of library. Libraries within libraries within libraries.
Yeah.
Tall shelves filled with books line the walls of this room. 2 more shelves run through the middle of the room with a 10-foot wide aisle between them. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the room, and there are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corner.
You know, if this entire place is going to collapse and fall apart, then won't all these books be lost too?
Well, I think we need to make it
That's
so
terrible.
it doesn't collapse.
Focus.
All that,
If we keep this alive, then we, can return and get as many books as you need.
I mean, Zio said that we're... Scholazio, this thing you're looking for, will it preserve this demi-plane, or will it just let us escape the demi-plane? Zio?
What did you say, sorry?
This thing that we're looking for to help us escape, will it also keep this library intact, or is that just going to be lost?
We will have to find out, I don't know.
As Scholazio says that, Tim is going to very quickly peruse the shelves and begin snatching any books that seem on the studies of the arcane and stuffing them into his satchel.
Valley's going to do the exact same thing.
Precious is going to nosy around, particularly private correspondent, completely ignoring any books. More interested in the personal than the academic.
Precious. As you are making such a perusal, and you step sort of out of everybody's sight behind these 2 bookshelves next to the writing desk, you suddenly, like you've disturbed some birds in a thicket, and they've come flying up. You see... Where are we? There it is. Shooting up from the floor, a pile of books come battering into you. And as they do, the bookshelf begins to fall towards you. Away from you. And in towards Varley. Varley, can you please make me a DC 15 Dex saving throw?
Yeehaw!
As he sees that Tim is going to yell out, "Precious, volley!" No.
As the shelf comes falling forward, you get a moment's notice, Varley, and you just manage to roll or leap, however you want to go, to the north to get away from this huge bookshelf toppling over.
Valley's actually just going to casually step aside. Not so much roll, but just almost backpedal a few feet north.
Oh, okay. Volley's fine. Precious!
Well, you
And
can
they're
see.
going to
So as this bookshelf is now lying where Varley was, and maybe a step to the side, it stops with a huge crash, like inches away from the front of your feet, Tim. And as you look up, you just see Precious stood there staring at you. It's like that. It's like the gift from Always Sunny when the restaurant where we just see each other across the chaos.
And as the bookshelf is falling, Valley's probably going to try and snatch a book off the shelf.
What?
Right. Okay. So, careful with the moving books. Let's keep going.
Books.
Yeah. There's flying books around, but
Ooh.
they could be friendly, and just watch out for falling bookshelves and animated objects.
Are the books still flying?
No, so the books, you don't see any more books flying around now. They seem to have been lost in the collapse and the tumble of the bookshelf, or have otherwise just stopped moving. The room is now once again inanimate.
Okay.
Oh.
As we were.
So Precious was looking for what? Just any sort of private correspondence?
I'm interested in whatever's on this table, basically.
On that table, the first thing I would say that takes your attention on that table is a highly bejeweled looking letter opener.
No.
Shiny. Ooh! Fancy? She's gonna take it. Is there any letters to open?
Not at the moment. There is an open envelope, but you can see from the glue or lack thereof on it that it's obviously an envelope to be used, not one that has been opened, and a blank piece of paper. It looks like perhaps someone was planning to write a letter here, but did not.
Well, she's gonna just put it in her little satchel, because no one's gonna be using it. The person who created it is dead. So, she has letters. She needs something to open them with.
Is everyone in this party a kleptomaniac for exclusively books and writing material?
Shiny material.
I'm just
I
in it for
collect
the books,
material.
man.
I think everyone is.
There's a reason we're friends.
And that's again to the restricted section, of course.
Yeah, it was all a means to an end. Precious, I have added a bejeweled letter opener to your inventory. To give you an idea of its potential value, you see all sorts of wonderful, recognisably beautiful gems in it, and you eyeballing it, you might think it's worth about 20 gold. A phenomenal amount for a student of Candlekeep.
Yeah, this is gonna take her out of the game for a couple of seconds while she admires it.
Valley is going to not be deterred by the near miss of the bookshelf and not learn any lesson and immediately go to the next bookshelf looking for her.
Just sort of casting your eye over these shelves, I would say, with you all being educated people, you know, you're all students of Candlekeep. There's no like 4 int barbarians in this group. You would quickly all pick up on the theme that all of these books seem to be related to either arcana, natural science, religion, astrology, planar travel, and occasionally things more like poetry and mythology. This is you know this isn't a library full of mundane how-tos. This is the intellectuals' library.
Valley's going to definitely snipe for any mythological books. Wherever those may be, and whatever subjects, they're not too picky.
Yeah, if you add to your inventory that you've picked up 2 mythological books for me, I will fill them out later.
Sounds good.
Actually, I would like to look around for a book on griffins.
Ooh, make me an investigation check. scouring for a particular subject.
Wow.
Okay. You find a book about eagles, a book about lions, a book about the Underdark, a book that just has different about different types of weather, a book that just has the letter R on its spine, a book about dragons, particularly chromatic dragons. Unfortunately, nothing specifically about griffins. You do find quite a minor book detailing the distribution of certain species around Faerun, which, if you flick through to the index, you'd see it does mention griffins, but it just says that they're typically found around this and that mountain range. Doesn't go into any further detail.
I will take it anyway.
Okay. You can add to your inventory.
Good question, Harris.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit unfamiliar with this module for UI. Is there a button to add stuff to your inventory?
Yes, sorry, there is, but you need to unlock it by clicking the padlock at the top right. And then strangely, although I've given you your own satchel, because that's a custom category, you can't create straight into it. So you have to create, there's an add button in the loot section, and then you can drag it. Very strange.
I gotcha. Thank you.
But also, yeah, if any of you aren't comfortable making items in here on the fly, if you just chuck me, if you write it in the Foundry to-do chat in the Discord, I'll happily make it between sessions for you.
Okay, thanks. I'll do this.
Yeah. Tim sort of
Could you
picks up on the general...
Could you give me the title of the book?
Faerun Wildlife. I'll give it a sexier name later.
Tim is going to notice the general theme of books that Riley's looking for, and regardless of whether or not his efforts will be contributive, is going to spend some time trying to look and see if he can help her out anyway.
Okay, make me your own investigation check.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you looking around don't find anything for a while until you just see sticking out from underneath the bookshelf that fell out a book title that is cut off and just ends with, so that was me saying that, I had Riley selected, the thin coming out of the end.
Does Riley have, like, any bags or satchels on her?
I do.
Okay, Tim is going to try and sneak the book into it without being noticed.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand. Got to beat Riley's passive perception. Riley, you absolutely see Tim slowly reaching out with a book towards your bag.
It's so slow that it's actually easier to notice because he's moving like a centimeter a second, slowly going towards you.
Hey Timmy, that's not how you do that. You need to be faster.
No, I'm almost there. I got it.
All right. What's the book?
I just sort of flip open the edge of Riley's satchel and put it in, and says it said Fafin on it, so I think you'll be interested.
Okay, thank you.
That's a great book.
You're welcome.
Did any of you see any books on dragons or anything?
I did.
Ooh,
There was a
can I
book
have
on
it?
dragons. Yeah.
Where is it? Where?
I will find it and give it to Valley.
Thank you.
So you're giving Valley the dragon book, yeah?
Yes.
That was a book about chromatic dragons. That was. The
Awesome.
volume that Tim has given to you is called The Githyanki's Guide to Raising Racing Griffins.
Nice.
Ooh, that's cool. That's a cool name.
It's a very cool name.
Yeah. And Tim's just going to spend the rest of the time that everyone spends in here just sort of perusing and seeing if he can find any of the other topics or titles that the other members of the party are interested in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could spend as long as you want going through this room, so long as you don't think Scholazio is going to keel over and die. It contains a huge amount of volumes on all those subjects that I listed earlier. So if you have specific things on what you would like to look for beyond these, we can absolutely go through them, or you can send me a list later and say, here's a summary of what I would have liked to have gone for. It's not... Books on knowledge are going to be very, very generously handled across this mini campaign because you live in a giant magical library. It's hard to imagine that if you want to know about something, you're not going to have access to knowledge on it.
All right, as Tim sort of stops looking around the shelves, he says, guys, we should probably get back to trying to help. Hi, Scholazio. We should probably get back to try and help Scholazio.
I would just like to have a quick glance over the desk in this corner.
Yeah.
Do I roll something? No.
No, don't you study it. You just need to move you so I can remember. Oh, yeah. So, all that's really of note on that table is you see there is an old letter that, from casting your eyes over it, you very quickly get the sense that it's just almost like a fan letter. It's a bit of like a Stan, sort of Dear Slim letter about how much Vistandia's work meant to this person. You can read it in full. There's nothing interesting or nothing suspicious jumps out about it. It's just a bit of a fan mail. There is also a calendar, like a schedule written out on a piece of paper. You don't recognise any of the places on there. Sorry, Waterdeep is mentioned actually. But you notice the dates and the year on this puts this parchment as being about 40 years old. It's referring to things that happened about 40 years ago.
All right.
There's nothing that looks like a private diary, handwritten, personal.
No.
How long was I mute? Shoot.
The last thing I heard from you was you being happy that you got the book on chromatic dragons. So about 3-4 minutes ago?
No,
have you betrayed the party since then?
No, I was actually just backing up what Tim said, saying we should probably actually start looking for stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just muted myself so you didn't hear my clicking on my keyboard. Anything in there, Tim?
It seems to be, as I step forward, a workshop of some kind.
You see in this room a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding, from a glance, what looks to be staffs and daggers. The whole room is awash in that same sort of indigo light from that was outside from a window. And most notably, there is a large broom which is, of its own accord, sweeping the floor.
Tim tentatively...
I need to get one of those.
That, for some reason, that broom gives me bad vibes.
The floor is very clean in here. Except, you would notice where the floor meets the wall, there is a large mound of, almost like a huge grout line of dust built up. There is no animated pan, clearly.
Oh, hey.
Well, are any of you interested in weapons? Because
This kind of looks like the place where I practiced self-defense back at Candlekeep. Almost.
Wait, you know self-defense?
A bit. I dabble.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't say I'm very good at it.
Well, so I don't have anything I'm looking for here. If you guys want to take a look around, of course. But I'm not really a weapons guy as Tim nervously shies away from the weapons rack and back out into the hallway.
Yeah, me neither.
I really want one of those brooms. I mean, can you guys imagine that? Just like automatic cleaning. I hate dusting.
Yeah, but
I
then
mean-
you'd have to, get an animated pan too, and that sounds like a lot of effort.
I mean,
Oh, I've got one of those. That's not
Sort
a
of-
problem.
this at the very least
You
make
have an
Duval's
animated
job
one?
very easy. I'm sure Duval would really appreciate this, so he doesn't have to clean the storeroom so often.
Do you think we could train it? Like a pet?
I mean, it looks like it's already trained. Come here. And Duval's just gonna, like, hold out their hand to the room. It's like, over here? What?
Oh.
Over here? No? Oh, no, never mind. I don't think it's listening to me.
Guys, shouldn't we focus?
Yes.
You're right.
It's an animated broom.
Yeah, but
Okay,
if
yeah,
this
no.
place collapses, there will be no more animated brooms.
There'd also be no more us, but, like,
Riley, you are the smartest person right now.
I mentioned
Are you
to
leaving
get
the door? Are you leaving the door open?
Cat!
Yeah. Was that? Are we unleashing the Roomba?
It's just a broom, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a sweeping broom. Sweet.
Do you have the shift clip working?
Shift
G-Job?
click.
No,
Oh,
but
So-
I don't really like.
What's
you
up?
grab your token and then you press shift and then you can drag like half steps. You have to press shift after. There you go.
Ah. Thank you.
No worries.
I would like to crouch next to the cat.
Tim is doing a fantastic job of. I need to start making my journal tokens smaller and bury them in the walls. You'd think that journal entries would appear in a layer above tokens. That's very strange.
You think so?
So, the door to this room was ajar. The entire far wall of the room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables, and there are several paintings on the wall. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs. And when you first stepped in, who was the first person into the room? I didn't see, I was still in broom mode.
I think it was me.
As you walk in, the cat just sits up and jumped down and walked over to you, doing the whole leg rub.
I am letting him sniff my hand, and if it will let me, I will pet him.
You know, this reminds me of something. I was just thinking, how long ago did this Festandio die?
40 years ago.
So has this cat just been alone for 40 years?
Riley, can you make me a DC 10 animal handling check, please? Sorry, while this conversation's happening.
Can Tim make it too, because he wants to pet?
Of course.
Yay!
The cat is receptive to your petting and seems pleased.
Hmm.
That's it. Goal of the session achieved.
Gija, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Mm-hmm. Great. Those. Mm-hmm.
And while you are doing that, as you all sort of file into the room, the cat, whilst being petted by Riley, sort of looks past her for a moment to Precious, and sort of.
Oh, it's okay. Don't like you either, but you do you.
But it remains being stroked by Riley.
Yeah, Precious is just gonna avoid the animal.
I mean,
Do
surely
Do you
that-
not like
Uh-huh.
cats?
It's more like they don't quite like me, which I totally respect. But, to each their own. I don't want to impose me on that creature. It seems you're doing a really good job at it, though.
Does anyone else find it a bit strange how there's this cat that's just been alone here for 40 years?
Volley, this entire day has been pretty strange. I've learned to stop questioning things.
I mean, I'm just more focusing on the stranger things. Hold on a moment. Valley's just gonna poke their head out the door and call down the hallway. Zio! Zio!
Yes!
Did you bring a cat with you?
No, I ate before I came in.
No, a cat!
Oh!
Did you bring a cat?
Sorry! I thought you said a batch. No, I did not.
Maybe I'll just be right back. And Valley's just gonna hurry down the stairs. I'm just wondering, did you bring a cat with you?
No.
Not that.
No, I did not expect to be in here. I was drawn in by the book.
Okay, I just found a cat and the cat was around, so I was just wondering if it was your cat.
No.
Anyway, that's all. Things are going great. Don't worry, all will be well.
Good. Honey.
Okay, yep. Well, that's not Zio's cat. So, I don't know whose cat is. It must be Fastadio. So maybe there's a great big, litter of catnip or something somewhere here? I don't know.
It's a very pretty kitty, and that's all I need to know. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes, I think I'll name you... Gregor. I'll name you Gregor.
We should take him with us.
Job first, then Gregor.
I mean, if the cat's been here for 40 years, surely it can wait a few more minutes. Unlike books, which can't really wait,
Yeah, no, if we leave books on their own, they get very sad.
Precious is just gonna, whilst the whole cat petting thing is going on, investigate the shelves, but mostly the
This isn't a cat.
the table here, see if there's any correspondence or diaries or journals.
Okay, make me an investigation check, please.
I shall.
Precious.
Investigation. Wait.
So, do you say you're looking at any of the books, or are you just going to the desk?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of cat petting going on, so she would have just looked at the titles, see if anything caught her attention. She's not looking for anything other than the thing that will catch her eye.
Okay, you will identify quite quickly that a lot of these books, almost all of these books, have Fistandia listed as the author on the spine. A lot of them appear to be memoirs, her own arcane studies. If you were to glance at any of them, you would see that Fistandia was a powerful mage, as well as a priestess of Mistra. And she frequented Candlekeep frequently to further her studies.
There wouldn't be one called Magic Mansions and How to Handle Them, or Troubleshooting Your Magical Mansion.
You laugh, but there is a book that you would see is about magical mansions.
Incredible.
And
she will pull it off.
Yeah, to have looked at that, and presume this had taken place kind of while the cat petting was going on. You would see, again, it is written by Fistandia, and it seems to be more of like a user guide to, or more like a personal reflection on her creation. You would find that in exchange for Fistandia's pious service and her achievements in expanding the arts of magic, Mistra herself granted Fistandia a permanent extra-dimensional mansion for her to reside in whilst she was studying in Candlekeep. You would then see from the annotations that, fearful that a guest might become trapped in the mansion, Vistandia hid the command word to open the portal back to Candlekeep on the spines of 7 books throughout the mansion.
Okay, well, it's a scavenger hunt. Those are a lot of fun.
What did you roll
guys.
as well? Sorry. A 16. Now, I appreciate the players have left the room, so they might retcon this in a second. But going through that shelf, you also would have been particularly drawn to a very bold gold leaf book at the bottom left on the shelf that has no visible title on it, but you notice it because at first it almost looked like a block of solid gold.
I mean, yeah, that'll do it. I grab it, and
and that portion of bookshelf would have swung open. So I appreciate players might not have left the room if that happened at the same time. It's up to you.
maybe
how you wanna
they've
go about
left,
it.
and I.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't really mean.
How do you want to play it?
I mean, I was personally picturing it as that right as Valley gets to about where they are and sees this is when that probably happens.
Okay.
Just so we can have a little splitting of the party as a treat.
Sure. Sure.
As long as this cat doesn't attack me.
From where you've got to, Varley, you are greeted by the lovely aromas of cooking.
Oh my gosh. Is that Grimishka? Valley says, peeking through the door.
A what?
Valley's going to push open the door. Oh, there's 2 of them.
And you see the little fluttering of wings as these flutter about. You see one's holding like a scouring pad and seems to be wiping down the sides. The other one is stirring a large pot hovering in front of the oven.
Ooh, what are these? Do I recognize them at all?
Make me an Arcana check.
As you wish. Well, I had to roll bad eventually.
You do not know what these are.
Well, that's weird.
What's weird?
These aren't
What's weird?
These aren't cats.
Of course I'm not a cat.
Oh, what are you?
I'm cumin.
A human?
Cumin.
Like the
cumin.
Could you actually spell that out? Like the herb?
The herb was named after me.
Isn't the herb really old though?
The other one flutters over. How can we be of help to our honoured guests? Cooking, cleaning, mending your clothes, perhaps?
We're just wondering if you knew the way out of here.
No, not a conversation for an empty stomach. Very tiny. The difference, like the juxtaposition and the voices between these to their appearances is not lost on you. Cumin, cumin, what have you served? Coriander, soup. Soup coriander I've made. Would you care for soup? Soup. Yes, have some soup. And they flutter off and begin to get pans and ladles, and from the oven there's a huge loaf of fresh warm bread brought out.
Oh, this is great.
Maybe Zio would appreciate some soup.
Maybe. We should probably tell Precious about this. Precious! Oh, where'd you go?
Where is she?
We'll be right back.
You'd find her, kind of just sort of at the top of the stairs.
Whoa, there's a staircase.
Oh, Yeah, guys, over here, I found a book. And she's just gonna like pass it to, I guess, Tim, because he's the closest. Oh, Riley's the closest. And sort of say, all right, so apparently there's this password, and it's hidden in 7 books. And if we find them, and we put the password together, we're gonna get out of here. Also, check this out. It's so much fun. Mistra, the goddess, right? She's the one that gave the Standeer the ability to keep this house forever. Isn't that amazing?
That's really cool.
Like, we're told Arcana is all of that, but honestly, divine magic is just surreal.
It is. As a practitioner myself, it has its moments.
That's wild.
Yeah, so let's go. Maybe there's like some more books over here or something.
Yeah.
And there are steps leading down.
Oh.
Oh,
Hello?
there's no books down here. This is just a torture dungeon. I mean, a normal dungeon. Hello?
Precious raises an eyebrow. Do you know a lot about torture dungeons?
That's okay.
Seems like
Riley
this-
touches the statue.
Seems like that door's locked.
Nothing happens. It is a hooded statue. Anyone who wants to can make me a religion or arcana check to identify what it may be. Precious would do so with advantage. Also,
Ooh,
Precious, can you have a Constitution saving throw, please?
Another one?
Yes, please.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna do this save first because I found it first. That's not great.
That's an ability check, if different from your save.
That's fine. It wouldn't change the outcome there.
Oh, okay.
She's still dead.
Oh no. Sorry, I said Arcana with advantage. So.
Arcana or religion, your choice, and for you it's advantage.
So, great rolls. Great rolls.
Is Varley taking part in this one?
Sure, why not? I'll go for
Given
a
that
religion.
given that you're all looking at it going down.
No,
Varley is the only one who doesn't immediately recognise this either from study or recent reading as being a statue of Mistra.
That's not a book, so who cares?
Varley's like the opposite of most people. Varley doesn't waste their time on the pictures. They only in the book.
Tim is, as he sees the statue, just spouting off a number of obscure and minute facts, both about the goddess and about the work of the statue itself, like he's reading them straight from the textbook.
Yeah.
As the door opens, you'd immediately all be slapped by the smell of astringent chemicals. And you would see long wooden tables stretched out before you across the room, laden with vials, beakers, and flasks holding various liquids and powders. Books are stacked between the glassware and the chemicals, and you would see yellowed papered charts and blackboards full of complex formula lining every wall.
Well, I'm just saying, I think it's really interesting how a percentile of her followers exist more often in urban, and oh my goodness, what does that smell? As Tim peeks inside the room, and oh my god, this place is cool.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
From his sudden abrupt change of tap, I got some serious Superintendent Chalmers vibes from good lord, what is happening in here?
Magic. In this part of the world, in this demi-plane, locals...
These books are awfully lot like the books we have in Candlekeep.
As Tim begins to peruse the tables for the password book, as you were.
I wonder what's this?
This is the first time you've seen Precious actually being engaged by the contents of a room. She's pouring all over the ingredients and looking over at the blackboard. She likes this a lot.
What? You didn't like the room with the cat? Tim is hurt.
Tim champions.
She's not even
the cats.
listening. She's just looking at the potions. Right there.
This time, Valley's the one who's not interested because they're just scanning through them, looking for any book as opposed to something boring like potions.
Oh, there's a heavily burnt chair in this corner of the room as well.
Riley is looking through this corner.
Okay. Anyone who's searching something... Well, searching for something, make me an investigation check.
You got it. As you wish.
And tell me what you're all looking for specifically.
Valley is looking for any books that might fall under the umbrella of like the code word books that Precious mentioned.
Same for Tim.
What are you looking for in terms of a code word book? What is your understanding of what you'd be? What makes a code word book?
Did Precious call out the golden tome that she found?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because that to her that was just a mechanism to open a. The bolt didn't come out, right? It just I pulled it and.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably not.
Then
I would say there's a secret door. I found a secret door or something.
Okay. Then I suppose Valley would probably look for stuff such as like a book with a great big letter in red on the spine, or something where one letter on the spine is obviously influenced, like those large Gregorian cursive words, something that looks like it's a bit more fancy than it needs to be.
Looking around for such a book, you do find a tome, not on one of the bookshelves, but propped up against one of the beakers, that just has a letter B on its spine.
B. I think we've got one word here. B. Be careful. Or the second letter of the alphabet. Might be something. Might be what we're looking for. Find anything, Riley?
Let me have a look at Riley's roll. Oh, right, Riley. Whilst looking around, you can determine from sort of you're almost going, the books that you've got over there are almost sort of like scientific journals. You quickly deduce that the main goal of the research here was to transmute various materials into gold. Looking at the increasingly frustrated logs in the books and the numerous scorch and acid burns on the furniture, it would seem that Vestandia was not entirely successful in this endeavour.
Nothing really, just some failed alchemy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Tim, what are you looking for?
As Tim is sort of perusing this table, he's honestly looking for anything that seems like it would be helpful. Just, just anything that seems like it would be helpful in terms of either knowledge or utility.
Okay, you would notice a couple of things here. There are 4 clay figures that are resting on that table. They range from a rudimentary, barely humanoid shape up to a small, winged body that looks very much like one of the creatures you just encountered upstairs. Can you make me a DC 13 in Arcana check, please, Tim?
Indeed, I can.
You are not.
Oh.
You're not entirely certain what these clay figures would have been used for.
Tim's gonna stuff them in his satchel anyway, just because they seem, if all else fails, they seem like nice things to put on a shelf.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Add those to your inventory for me.
All right.
And finally, what is Precious doing?
I mean, this is Precious' happy place, and she might be a bit distracted. She's gonna look for recipes, so formulations, list of ingredients and quantities.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are sort of ingredients at the table, she'll try to see if she recognizes any as particularly exotic or costly or hard to get. And the ones that she doesn't recognize, she'll definitely put on her satchel.
Absolutely.
So anything new and anything that she knows is like rare.
Oh, totally. Yeah. What was your investigation roll there?
It's just 14.
You would identify that some of these are things that you've read about as being particularly rare in your studies. There is phosphorus. There are... Given that spell component pouches are normally like everything's worthless unless it has a gold value. We have a number of like ground up components and compounds here that you could guess are quite, you would know are quite exotic and could probably eyeball them as coming to a total of about 50 golds worth of advanced alchemical materials. There's also what looks like a little perfumed jar, lifted brass lid jar of perfume. And there's also in a almost like test tube stand, 2 tall vials containing a red golden liquid.
Would she be familiar with that, or
Maybe
not?
Maybe an Arcana check. Everyone
Maybe
can take part in
from
this.
home.
DC 10,
Yeah.
everybody.
Sounds good.
Whee!
I'm rolling hot this session.
You
Wow.
are.
God, cherish these moments. They don't come often.
So you're using it all up now. Wait till the combat comes. Then you'll be just rolling feeble. Okay, if that's all who's rolling to have a look. You would recognise these as being 2 potions of healing.
Oh, amazing! Hey guys, here! These might be handy. And I'm going to show them the potions of healing.
I mean, they're nice, but I don't think we'll need them. After all, this place seems pretty much abandoned.
Oh,
Let's hope so.
Yeah, you should keep them.
Yeah, okay.
There's no way we'll get combat here. I mean, it's fine.
So who's who is receiving the potions?
I guess Precious is. If no one's interested, she will put them in her carefully packed herbalism kit, which contains other vials. So that might keep it safe.
I have added 2 potions of healing to your inventory.
And the vial of perfume and the alchemical materials. I can add that later.
The tin of perfume. What are you doing with that? Were you checking it out, or were you just?
I'm guessing that
it?
since you said it's perfume, I'm guessing she must have smelt it to recognize it as perfume.
She doesn't have to if you don't want to. You might recognise the tin as being something that perfume's often stored in.
Curiosity killed the cat, and she's going to just definitely spray it on.
Okay. It is not a nice smelling perfume.
Oh dear.
Just a tss on the neck, and a minute or 2 later, you've got a bit of an itch.
Oh dear.
Does anyone else smell cleaning supplies?
Bleach.
Yeah.
Not that
Yep, that was me.
I have been using this new shampoo lately, and I think it's been making my hair look quite coiffed. But somehow I don't think that's what you were referring to.
It smells like someone just started, like, getting some soap and scrubbing things.
Oh, did anyone get some soap and start scrubbing things? Sorry,
I
was kind of.
didn't.
I didn't either.
I wasn't paying attention. I just found this book that says B.
Oh, I found 2 little clay figurines. They're nice. They'll make little stocking stuckers.
Nice.
Stocking stuckers? Stocking stuffers. There we go.
I would like to look at the lamps.
The lamps, that are on the table?
Here, the purple ones.
Yeah.
Do they look familiar? Maybe.
Yes, actually.
Ooh.
Yes, they would.
I will look closer, see if I can see anything unusual, or I don't know.
They just seem to be, I'll give it to you without a roll, they just seem to be exactly like the other one that you are familiar with.
Interesting. What's on the table?
On the table are a set of notes about how Festandia loved the colour purple, it would seem, and she disliked reading by the horrid bright lights of Candlekeep or the irritating swarms of fireflies that some people went with. So she had been developing a nice purple drift globe, her own, and she hoped to sell them to people of exquisite taste who preferred to read by indigo lamplight.
Only respect.
It would seem, possibly, that you have encountered a prototype, or one that has escaped or been brought out at some point in time, that has found its way to you. Okay, so Precious has reapplied her own perfume over it. Okay. What do we want to do? So you have... you found the book with B on the spine, Varley.
Yep.
Okay, I guess there wouldn't be more than one per room, so we should probably start looking elsewhere.
That's strange, You'd think that you'd put a few in a room, in case, they're all together.
Will you add that to your inventory, please, Varley?
Will do. A moment.
And I tried this door earlier, but it seems to be locked. Is anyone good at unlocking doors? Because I'm not.
I can try it. And Valley is just going to try and wiggle the lock and try and lift the door ever so slightly to see if it's one of those crummy locks that isn't a deadbolt, but more of the ones that just sort of has a latch that drops down, and see if they can lift it so the latch disengages. Is there something you'd like me to roll for that?
It is not that sort of lock, it would seem, unfortunately. As you've done this before, and you lift it and you do the good old, perfect for opening people's back gates into an alleyway. It does not. It does not succeed here. It would seem this is a more conventional lock.
Well, darn. Sometimes that works on the library. I wouldn't know what library doors it works on. Ignore that.
I will.
Well, maybe
You're
there's a key
athletic.
upstairs.
Maybe you could try pushing it really hard.
Maybe there's a key upstairs.
Oh, that...
We could ask Cumin or Coriander. They probably have the soup ready now.
They sound spicy.
I'm sorry, what?
You think cumin and coriander are spicy?
Well, aren't they?
No.
I think they are.
Yeah,
How do you know if someone is spicy?
I mean, cumin and coriander, they're just not spicy. They're pretty bland, honestly.
Well, I mean, they seem to have, very, very eccentric and exuberant personalities. So, I mean, good for
hello,
them.
Kat.
Hello there.
Oh, quick question. You wouldn't happen to know a key for it's one of the downstairs rooms, would you?
You would have noticed that one. And it's difficult. It's difficult to tell which is which. They look identical to each other. They are speaking. Well, one that's spoken is speaking with a different voice this time. To earlier. A key to downstairs. Let me have a look.
That is no downstairs. What do you mean?
Okay.
Will you not have some soup?
Is it spicy?
It depends if you want it to be. It can be spicy, or it can be bland.
Yes, let's make it spicy soup. I like spicy stuff.
Haha, go on.
Spicy for everyone, I think.
You would notice the cat is in here now from before and is eating out of a bowl next to the sink.
Precious! The cat's here.
Hi. Wow, this smells amazing. Have you... Just a quick question. Do you have the ability to not be in this mansion? Just checking.
Are you talking to me or the cat?
I'm talking to our beautiful friends here who cooked this delicious soup for us. Yum.
The other one turned. Was like,
To not be in the mansion? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, have you always been here? Or do you come and go as you please? I'm just basically wondering what happens if this mansion is no longer here.
This mansion is always here. I am here because my mistress bade me to be here.
They're speaking with a Tuscan accent.
Would your mistress happen to be the creator of this here mansion?
He draws himself up with a very proud chest. Indeed it is so. I was made by Fistandia herself, whilst Coriander was merely created by... What did you say it was? Freyot, whom I have never heard of. I can only presume is some minor magician.
Well, we're trying to stop this place from, collapsing inwards on itself. So, could you help us at all with that?
What help do you need? We can provide fantastic nourishment.
Scarlet Seal might like some of that, but no, actually, we're looking for books.
Did I show you the full art of these before when you entered the room? Sorry.
You did not.
Oh, I apologise.
Aww.
Oh, God.
Cute.
About the size of a cat.
Aw, like a little Grimishka.
Precious is definitely going to take the offered soup, because to not do so would be really unpolite.
Valley will too.
Riley
Maybe
too.
Is this the way to the dining room? Valley's gonna open this door. Here. Oh. I didn't actually expect that.
Oh, let's go eat. And actually, wait, no, we probably shouldn't. This seems like a misappropriated time to do so.
So you would see in here large windows form the entirety of one wall, through which you can see plant beds filled with vegetation and what seems to be some sort of exterior to the mansion. Within this room, a crystal chandelier hangs above a table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table. A 7th chair sits alone in the far corner. And there are also a number of unremarkable tapestries dotted around the wall that seem to depict grapevines.
Ooh.
Well, I'll quickly eat some soup. I actually skipped breakfast and lunch.
Is there a way outside to the garden?
Looks
Riley
very
will
sleepy.
leave her soup on the table and will go open the door.
Maybe that's the room we can get to downstairs. Through that locked door. Or just move around there. That makes sense too.
I will look closer on the plants.
It's very beautiful.
So cool.
So yeah, you seem to be in some sort of arboretum with open arched walls. You see a number of flowering shrubs and small trees growing between these paved paths, meeting a semicircular patio. You see floating above, there's no sun here, but you do see a pair of what you'd recognise as being drift globes, seemingly configured to give a very sort of natural light, almost like some sort of grow room, directly above the plant troughs. There are colourful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their perfume.
This is good soup.
It's very pretty. On the off chance that it actually works, Tim is going to sort of look into each of the flower beds to see if there's a missing or dropped book within any of them.
Tim, can you please make me a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw?
I can.
As you lean towards, but are still, not near enough to smell your first flower bed, you just hear, and Riley would hear as well, just a soft whoosh for a moment, and then you feel something from above, like a breath of cold air flit across you for a moment, and it's almost like having sand in your eyes for just a moment, but you are fine. Nothing happens, and a moment later above you, you hear... Riley,
Tim.
can you make me a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw, please?
Tim's going to blink a few times and pointedly avoiding looking up.
Haha!
First
is going to
crits!
begin moving away from the thing.
As you do, you see sort of Riley's hair flutter up and back for a moment, and her face sort of... as you can see, the same has happened to her, but she also is fine. And you hear it...
As I get to the door, my eyes move upwards towards the... If it has a ceiling.
This
Yeah,
this
I am.
area
I'm
does
also
not.
looking up.
This area does not, but you see nothing.
What the hell?
Is anything up there?
I don't see anything.
Hello?
Please don't sneeze on us anymore.
Crescaculo temprananto.
Smeeble?
Huh?
Varley, you kind of just sort of do a bit of a double take for a moment, sat having your soup, as you hear a slight voice in the distance that you immediately recognise as being draconic.
Valley is going to immediately drop the soup. Well, not drop the soup, just leave it there. And it's like, did I hear something draconic? And they're going to switch to draconic, and it's rusty. And I don't know if anyone else speaks draconic here, but their draconic is...
I do.
Pretty poor and pretty, bad. They struggle for a lot of words as they're just trying to remember what, common terms are. And they say, hello, are you there? Can you understand us?
You hear a couple of different, multiple laughs, and then in draconic, you would piece together, nice to see you, time to see you.
Time to see you. What does that mean?
Can you understand it?
Yeah, it's draconic, you know?
Tim is really holding
No, I
himself
don't.
back from correcting Volley's pronunciation. He's trying very hard to be polite. And he speaks
I
in Draconic.
apologize, Tim. I had missed that you spoke Draconic.
No, completely all right. To recognize the language, he sees it written more often than he hears it spoken. As Tim speaks in Draconic, the sort of crackly tones of the voice completely different from his usual pitch. As he looks outward and says, "Who are you?"
We stay, we play, you play with us today.
Varley.
Yep.
That same sort of cold jet of air in your face. Can you please make me a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw?
You got it.
One of us has to fail eventually.
There we go.
Well, first of all, can you then now please roll me a D6?
Is that good?
It is. And now, just for the sake of it all being down to the dice and not me, can you roll me a D8?
Uh-oh.
You see Varley, they sort of just spasm for a moment with this jet of cold air, and then they just seem to seize for a moment and sprint with very, 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 very stiff, jerky movements directly north, barreling through you or past you, Riley, and stomping over these flower beds as they just sprint north until they hit the wall. And you just hear coming from above you.
Volley!
Oh. That didn't... What? That wasn't...
The broke flowers, that's our powers.
You know, I decided I didn't like this place. I don't know why I'm here.
What is this thing saying?
It's something about flowers, I think?
It's
powers.
taunting us.
I would like to examine the flowers to see if they're like unusual. Are they like? Can I recognize them?
Sure, yeah. Make me a nature check, please.
Can I assist with that, giving her advantage?
Of course.
I think I might
You
get out of
definitely
here.
you definitely have experience in that. You recognise these between the two of you, sort of pointing each other out and sort of corroborating each other's suspicions and correcting each other. These are all just mundane, but very beautiful and very aromatic just garden flowers. However, there is unfortunately now a trail of destruction north through the flower beds after Varley just ran north.
I'm sorry, I don't know what really came over me, so I'll just stay over here in case it happens again.
You hear,
Don't go away, stay and play. Stay with us, play with us.
Do you know what that voice is saying?
It's saying... Oh, you can understand it too?
I can.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you never told me you spoke Draconic.
Oh, well, it didn't really come up. I'm usually speaking in common, but it's mainly it's taunting us. It's taunting us mainly.
Yeah.
As I switch to Draconic, we can play with you if you come out and show yourself. Then we can play together.
Hello. Goodbye.
I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I stay. We play.
Riley jumps.
you would have recognised for a brief moment a smaller than a cat, smaller than cumin and coriander, a red version of this. Well, 2 red versions of this.
Ooh.
About the size of a large garden bed.
My little... my little draconic friend, could you help us out?
Like pseudo dragons. Never mind, I'm actually a bit interested here.
Helping out, helping out, helping out.
Yeah, you can think of it kind of like playing with a purpose.
Playing is the purpose. You fool! You fool!
Tim,
Volley,
make me that DC 11 wisdom saving throw, please.
Me? Again?
Sorry, Tim. Is that...
Oh.
As I say to Volley to tag in, as wow.
Yeah, you get that jet of cold air in your face for a moment, but doesn't affect you.
It actually makes my hair look better.
The
Volley, tag in.
I hope this is worth it. The next. Okay. Precious is just going to sort of say, well, as far as I can see, you cannot hide from me. And the next time it sort of like appears, I'm gonna need it to make me a dex save.
Okay, so you're holding on some sort of...
I'm holding Fairy Fire.
Ooh, okay.
Come on, let me see. You cannot hide from me.
She tries to cast a spell, but we both know she smells.
And make me the save, please, Precious. DC 11.
Me?
Yes, please.
Oh,
DC 11
goddamn.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's precious.
I'm guessing he's saved from the spell.
As he's he didn't come visible when he did it, but as he flies up and away, he does pop out for a second, and you'll see him there. You can, if you have a template to drop on him.
Oh, darn it. Plays measure template.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it all over here. So as her song and taunt creates a little bubble, she's gonna blow that bubble towards him. And
wow, I forgot how big
if it
that
hits him.
spell was.
Yo.
Ooh, let me just double check. Yep.
Oh, I need
Should
to
we
do
all
a...
save for it?
Oh, is it asked you all to do it?
Yeah.
I think she you get to choose, don't you? With Fairy Fire?
I choose,
or is it
so
just...
you don't have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Damn it, so I'm guessing he's saved?
It did.
No! How do I unconcentrate? Because no one's under the effect of it.
Oh. I'm unsure. Oh, it'll be fine. I'll sort it. If we get to combat,
Right.
when we get to combat, I'll stop.
Right.
That was a nice trick, but way too quick.
That's funny.
Hey, what's your name?
Name?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no names. We are just 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2. No more 3.
Oh, well,
No more
Good.
3.
Repeat, please.
No more 3. Valley's going to try and insight check that. Was that something where it's like there's actually 3 of them and there's pretending to be 2, or did they actually slip up? If I may.
Yeah. Make me an insight. Without having any sort of physical reference, you more just have to kind of mull on the words and, and the tone of voice. It would seem that it was possibly more just a correction than an attempt to conceal.
Okay. Gotcha.
It'd be really great if you came out and we could talk to you. Maybe we could play.
This is play.
Maybe we aren't getting too far. Maybe we need to find the books sometime soon. I mean, like, I like dragons as much as the next person, and I like them a bunch, but, I mean, it's...
I actually have an idea. As I speak out in Draconic.
Tell us! Tell us!
What if... Have you heard of hide and go seek?
Go on.
So, all around this mansion, there's a bunch of books that have been hiding from us. As I sort of gesture for, I think it was Volley who picked up the most recent book to show it off. Books like those. And we are looking for a bunch more of them. But here's the thing. Whoever finds all of them first...
Long and boring, too much talking. This isn't play. This isn't play.
Very, very fast, very fast. Whoever finds the books first wins. It's a race.
We don't leave the Arboretum. When we did, the nasty chair got 'em.
So, what got?
The bitey chair, the nasty chair. They once were free and now they're two. He sat on the chair, it ate them too.
I think one of them...
A chair that eats people.
Note to self, do not sit on chairs.
Would you want us to help get rid of the bitey chair?
That sounds...
We don't care about the chair. We're out here, nothing to fear.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll leave you guys to your games, then.
Come and play. Another day.
Where's this bitey chair, out of curiosity?
You, for a second, see two sort of up against the window, peering in, like a sort of squirrel is on the side of a tree, looking in before.
It's in here. Valley points into this room.
Yep. Nasty chair.
I was sitting on the biting chair? Maybe we shouldn't go into that room anymore. Okay, that's worrying. I'm sure we'll be fine. There's no books in that room anyway. So maybe we'll just go check up the other set of stairs we saw? After you, Tim. Actually, maybe I'll go first.
Yeah, go on ahead. Have fun, you guys.
There's no reply this time.
Okay, let's avoid the dining room. And
how's the soup? We've been eating some soup.
Well, I wasn't sure if you'd put it all down and walked out. Has anyone eaten their soup?
Yeah,
Ali had some of their soup, yeah.
Tim had filled up on bread, so he had not.
Riley just forgot it.
Anyone who ate the soup would find it to be phenomenally high quality. It is delicious. Almost as if it was created by someone who has done little else but prepare this soup.
Oh, yeah. I like soup. Maybe we... That soup was very great, cumin and coriander. Thank you. Just want to say thank you. We'll come back for more later.
Very well. Enjoy.
Guys, can we just
I'm very
sidebar?
curious what's up there.
Sure.
Is anyone else feeling a little bit sad that we're gonna leave these people or creatures here to, disappear when the mountain crumbles?
We can get them. We can bring them out.
We can?
I think we can. Uh-oh.
I see another cat.
So heading up these stairs, you would see the landing at the top of the stairs is occupied by a suit of armour holding a long sword, point down on a wooden stand. Although none of you are particularly martial, it would be very clear that this armour is very decorative, though the helmet and sword seem to be particularly nice. In the ceiling above the suit of armour, you see a wooden trapdoor, like a doorway to a loft or an attic. And you obviously see a door, and you see a corridor, and a door that's closed and a door that is ajar.
There's always interesting things in an attic, but maybe some more stuff over here. Oh, there's more cats here.
Hi.
Okay, we're splitting. So first of all, I'll cover Riley. Heading straight ahead, you see another cat. This time a tabby sat curled up in the chair in the corner of the room, and sort of just puts its head up as you approach.
I will pet it.
Make me another animal handling check. Another DC 10. And as you'll be looking around into what appears to be an open and airy bedroom with a rich scarlet canopied bed. Yes, the cat is receptive to your stroking.
That's how you know it's a fantasy when the cat actually likes being pet.
Separately, Varley, the door that you've just opened, you would see a room with a nice hearth, a scarlet armchair, and a reading table piled high with books. A cheery fire burning away with a pair of swords and a rack above the mantelpiece. A number of large animal heads mounted around the room, and another cat, this time sat on the floor.
Hello, cat. Oh, look at all this books.
Precious.
Mm-hmm.
Have a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Of course I will. So many of these.
If Precious dies in front of Tim, he's going to be very sad.
Ooh, okay. You feel a little nauseous.
Wait, sorry, Constitution?
Yes.
Sorry, that was a wisdom. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So add, I think, sorry. My con is +2.
Okay. So that would have been a 15.
16. Yeah.
15, yeah. Okay, you feel that deep growing nausea in the pit of your stomach that would make you feel like you perhaps are going to have to fight off the urge to vomit. And you feel that sort of cold chill spread. And as you're starting to think about maybe finding some privacy or a bathroom, you suddenly find that you, unfortunately, vomit. You throw up.
I will try my best to hide.
Okay, yeah. You can dash if you want to get somewhere else.
I think just the only place I can go is like a corner.
Yeah.
To a waste paper basket, maybe. Is it the cat? Was it the cat?
Was the what?
The cat.
Did the cat make you vomit?
I don't know.
Ah,
asking you.
There is a waste paper basket there, and as you do vomit, sorry for the detail, you notice it's very pink, and A moment later, it begins to move. And as you're looking at it in horror, it just kind of shifts and grows. And then you see eyes in it. And sort of twisted and shaping until suddenly sat in the waste paper basket looking up at you with 8 eyes is...
Oh, what the heck?
I go.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
As it makes
Okay.
this soft sort of cooing noise.
I put my hand on Precious's shoulder, like very concerned. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? And then I look into the basket and I see that thing.
And it's going to attempt to jump up
Precious.
onto Precious's shoulder.
Precious,
Yeah.
did you vomit that?
What is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to sort of like put my hand tentatively towards it.
Did I click show artwork or did I just open it for myself? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you did.
So you would see that, the back is just teeming with small crawling insects, the number of varieties. There is no collar on it, I would say, sorry. And yes, its tail appears to end in a particularly large millipede.
Get her.
I'm gonna back off.
You, Precious, move.
You say you're moving to stroke it, are you, Precious?
I just not struck it, just to sort of, kind of just. I saw what Riley and Tim did to the other cat, so I'm just going to
It
pull my
leans
hand.
into your touch.
What's it feel like?
It feels like... It isn't enough just to say it feels like skin. It feels like when you have out of the fridge, you haven't started to prepare. When you first start to prepare like a roast chicken, it is that kind of cold, clammy skin.
You're a weird one, aren't you?
Those look like people hands on it.
Yeah.
A tail. Ew. You know what? I'm just going to not look at that. Can you keep it away from me? Thank you. And Valley's going to turn around and stare very intently at the bookcase, doing their best to ignore what they just saw.
Tim is hiding sort of back behind the corner, peeking out into the room as he whispers, says, "Get away from that thing."
At the appearance of this other cat, the first cat in the room is going to dart from the room.
Oh, useful already.
Make like the cat and run away as I move into the same room as Riley.
Maybe I'll do that. Sorry, you're on. Oh, oops. You're on your own. Sorry.
Guys, just, listen,
maybe...
it just came from me. It was really like, it's not like I bye. And she's gonna continue like leaving the cat behind and...
Because in the meantime, when all of that was happening, Riley was blissfully unaware.
Close the door. Precious, close the door. Close the door.
And she was looking around. Did she maybe find something that would catch her attention?
Make me an investigation check then, Riley.
And as Riley was looking around, you could just hear the noises of Tim going, ew, 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 ew.
Why is it rolling twice?
I believe... Let me just check something.
You are a halfling and you reroll once, I believe.
Yes, of course.
Oh, right, okay.
Nice.
That's something, all right.
Did I find something?
Let me have a look. So you just searching the whole room, are you, for anything of interest?
Yes, yes.
You would have found 2 things of interest in here. First, on the dresser, there is a ring that, after you've been watching it for a few seconds, very slowly gives a slight pulse with an orange glow.
I am taking it.
Secondly, there is a book on the bedside dresser that just has an E on its spine.
I am taking it too.
What we've got, is that another book?
This one has a letter E on it. If you could please add that to your inventory.
Oh, we're three
Sure.
books down.
What was the third book? I mean, the second book. We've got B, we've got E.
I thought we had a third one. Am I just bad at counting? I might just be bad at counting.
I think we may have miscounted, unless we're counting like another book that I forgot about.
2 books. We have 5 to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
Precious, is the vomit cat still following you?
I think it's on the other side of the door.
I'm sorry, a what?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So you see,
You
Riley,
hear a slight scratching at the door.
Riley, when a person and a cat hate each other very much, the person vomits out pink sludge that turns into a monster.
What?
Hold on. How do you know it's a monster? Just give me a second, will you?
It had 8 eyes, and it had like a tail, a centipede for a tail, and
That's
it also
6
had
more
like.
eyes than you should have.
Also, look at this. Look at those paws. They look like.
I'm sorry,
people
according
hands.
to whom? Since when are we judging a book by its cover? And she's gonna like kneel down and sort of
Since
go.
we're looking for letters on the covers.
Yes. Exactly.
I am. This is a. I mean, it seems intelligent. Can you understand me? She's sort of addressing the being.
It nods.
I need to look at it.
Wait! It just nodded. Hold
Oh
on.
my god. What is that?
If you understand what I'm saying, could you just do a little twirl?
It stands on its people feet and does a little twirl.
Wow, you're amazing.
Did you just vomit a trained cat?
I don't think
When
it's a
you
cat.
said when
Are
you
you
said
a
you were
cat?
amazing, its millipede tail does like kind of what the hand would do in like the OU sort of like hand wave gesture.
Oh, it's
I mean, I feel like we're focusing more on the train part, not the whole vomiting out a cat part.
I feel.
Do you have a name?
I mean, like,
Just blinks at you with all its eyes.
Okay.
maybe we should. Can we? If you'd like to do with that cat, that'd be great. I don't.
Precious,
really like
are you
dogs.
sure you want to communicate with that?
I mean, it doesn't seem to be aggressive. It seems to be intelligent. I'm just gonna call you Cutie because I think you deserve it. Why did you come out of my stomach? Probably you can't speak. I don't think you can speak back to me. Maybe we. Oh, did you just grow in size? Okay.
No, it's right. It is cat size, but there's something very specifically weird at the token for this. But when I move it, it seems to change. So the token may mess around, but it remains cat sized.
This is worse than that time on the Nostromo.
Maybe
This
it
is
belongs.
worse than my Aunt
maybe
Patty.
no, but maybe it was created by this plane. Do you know where we can find? Oh. Yeah, they do that to me as well, so don't worry about it. Just you be you, okay?
You know what? I'm
I
gonna
think
go
you're
over
great.
this way. Valley's going to open the. Wait a minute. This is where the little things are that try and pull pranks on you. Ooh, there's nowhere good to go. Valley's going to move all the way in the far corner away from the cat.
Okay. I'm really sorry. My friends seem to be really distressed by you. Don't take it personally. I think they just don't know you very well. And you came out of my stomach.
I'll be honest, I'm fine with not knowing this cat too well.
DM,
Yes, Ran.
I would like to use my talent, Mind Meld, and communicate telepathically with this cat and ask it what it is and why it is.
Why are you the way you are?
Let me just check something.
Harrison just checking this monstrosity he's created.
Okay, as you...
Are you talking about my class or about the cat?
Yes. As you
Yes.
go to channel that energy in the direction of this creature, before you expend it yet, you kind of sense that you don't get that kind of feedback or that push that you are used to feeling like the recipient of a connection. So you are able to ascertain that either it is not intelligent enough to bond with you in that way, or it is not a creature.
Huh.
Either way,
Riley
it is
takes
not
step
a
back.
valid. It is not a valid mind for you to commune with.
Precious, I'm afraid this thing doesn't have a mind.
It tilts its head up towards you, Precious, and blinks. This time, each set of eyes, one at a time, from top to bottom. Just
Maybe it doesn't have a mind because it's made of vomit? Just the thought?
Yeah. That.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, can we leave it, please?
I mean, I think like it might just follow me. Do you... She addresses the creature, non-creature creature. Cutie, I'm sorry I called you that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to call you things. Do you mean us harm?
the
Do you mean
tail,
us any harm?
the millipede
or
tail,
are you-
almost like rattles for a second, and you see like a
Okay.
frown on its head.
I think it's friendly. Can we just...
It reaches up one of its actual little people hands towards you, Precious.
Yeah,
like it's trying to reach out or grab for you. Slowly, it's going to let you reach out for it if you will.
Yeah, she's gonna grab it like a baby, like a little toddler, and
Yeah.
put it on... Just hold it, you know?
And you and everyone else would see the second there is that contact between them,
Uh-oh.
Cutie rapidly is drawn into Precious's finger. And Precious, you would know that if you will it, you are able to return Cutie out, basically to avoid dragging this for far too long, as per the Find Familiar spell.
What? She's, of course, immediately going to
What?
open her palm and sort of let it kind of form out of
I am not liking this.
It stretches out in a cat stretch, and as it does, like the millipede tail sort of like quivers out behind it, and all the insects seem to scurry from the back to the front and then back in one go, like a little wave.
Hey, Precious, before we go too far, you should check out this balcony over here. I think there might be something you want to see there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
And does the cat follow Precious?
It will. I don't want to keep. I don't want to maintain the metagame of moving its token, but it will always try to stay within a few feet of Precious.
As soon as Precious starts moving to the door, Valley's just going to loop around the far side, keeping a wide berth, and they're going to go for the door.
I'm going to sort of wish that he would sort of jump on my shoulder and merge into it.
Then yeah, absolutely, they will.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
Cool. What did you want me to see in here?
Volley is gone.
Oh.
So you stand out on just a balcony overlooking the patio you were on before. You'd notice that the oppressive miasma seems to press in even closer above the mansion here than it does at ground level.
Persia's gonna just look at Tim and Riley and say, Did I do something?
Well, you did vomit up a cat.
Meanwhile, Varley has stepped back into the trophy room, for lack of a better word.
Tim isn't
No cats here.
There's no longer a cat in here.
No vomit cats. No weird, creepy things. All right, this is much nicer. Focus on.
What I'll do is, because there's specifically things you want to do in here, if you don't mind, I'll handle the little side dialogue they're going to have on the balcony, and then we'll come and focus properly on Varley in the trophy room.
Gotcha.
Just because I heard that Tim was starting to say something. I've been quiet a little bit. Tim, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, so I was just saying Tim is no longer like completely avoiding the cat thing. Instead, his more natural curiosity is coming out as he bends down to look at it and sort of motions, proffering his hand to see if it'll let him touch.
Oh, I think Precious drew it back into her. I think the cat is currently...
Yeah,
gone.
but it's just come out of her cough now.
Okay. It seems uninterested in you. It looks at you, blinking, but it seems to remain with Precious.
I think it's I don't know, maybe it's a weird arcana effect from this mansion. Maybe you guys will get a pet too. I don't know.
Oh God, I couldn't manage that as a DM.
I'd rather not vomit out my own pet. But could you try and see asking if it can help us find the books?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, cutie. We're looking for some books. Can you help us find them? Basically, they have big letters on their spines, and they should be somewhere in this mansion. It could be on a shelf, but it could also be under a bed. Maybe somewhere we wouldn't be looking. I'd be really grateful.
It nods, and it jumps down from your shoulder and runs out the room. Varley, disconcertingly, you hear the patter of like bare feet on the floor, and as you look to it, as you look up the doorway, you see the cat run past. But it's kind of like one of those frilled lizards. Although it runs on all fours, very occasionally it breaks into a few seconds of running like bipedal on its two flat on its people feet before it falls back into like. So you just see on bipedal past the room, and then from the stairs you hear as cats and a tumble of various feet going down the stairs again, and you are in the trophy room. What would you like to do, Varley? After you've closed the door.
Yep. All right. Varley's going to quickly slam the door shut, and they're going to go back to saying to themselves, "All right, focus. books. Books with big letters on the side, not weird insects. Please no insects, please no insects. And they're going to start scanning the shelves here for any interesting books that might have another letter on them.
You see a lot of books related to hunting and adventure and travel guides. But as you're looking around and sort of working your way along the shelf, you do notice that the side table here does just have a book resting on it with a letter Y on the spine.
Alright. B-E-Y. Beyond? Huh. Valley's going to take that book.
The second your fingers touch the book, you see a pair of rattling... you hear two metallic rattling noises as the two mounted swords above the fireplace leap to life. And can you please roll me initiative?
Oh no. I've split the party.
You have. You split the party and initiated combat.
As as Tim looks out over this purple miasma, he turns to Riley and Precious and he says, "Well, things have been pretty calm so far. No injuries except for vomit-related cat digestive problems. I think things are in our favor here."
Yeah, I kind of expected it to be more dangerous, but it seems pretty calm.
Yeah, so far everything's been okay. None of us have
sorry.
been hurt at all.
So 16, 15, 14. I think it doesn't like that combat was ended there. I need to investigate where these issues are coming from. So let me just... Oh, why can't I no longer edit the initiative? That's weird. So 15. Let's edit this one. 14, and Varley was 16, wasn't it? They were all in a row.
Nice step.
Okay,
Alright.
Varley. What would you
Disengage. Valley's going to grab the book, disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone, there's flying swords. Yeah, there's flying swords right
It
behind
is
me.
when you move. It is when you move. The error happens, isn't it? Is it appearing just for you and me, or is everybody getting the error splashing up every time Varley moves?
I'm not seeing it.
I don't see
neither.
air. I just see a long trail of all the places I've moved that turn.
Yeah, I'm just for the sake of my screen not getting spammed. I know it is a convenient module. I apologise, but I am going to disable drag ruler. Or in fact, first of all, before I do that, I will disable all of its features to just be in the core module, and we'll see if that stops it. So Varley is rushing out and warning everybody, you say?
Yep. Alright,
Okay.
that seems to fix it.
Then the other three, I've added you all to initiative. If you could all please roll your initiatives. Now you've been alerted.
Tim, very calm. He's like, "Oh, hey, Volley, how you doing? What's
There's flying
the rush?"
swords. There's flying swords.
There's what?
Yeah.
Why?
Can Valley also close this door behind them?
The door that they came from... Oh, yeah.
Alright, not within my reach. There you go. They slam the door shut as they run through. And it's like, there's flying swords right behind me.
As that's not good.
Still coming up, so I'm going to disable the module. I mean, it might not even be that module, in which case I'll need to reactivate it and just deal with it. So it's a quick reload while that module refreshes.
No worries.
Good grief. Taking a long time for killing one little module. Okay. Oh, it's still happening! No! Okay, we'll have to just live with it. I'll re-enable that module shortly in case we do it. You begin to just hear the hacking of steel into wood at the door you just closed, Varley. Precious, it's you. Tim, you're up next.
Precious is going to move, and she's gonna get herself here, and she's going to basically drop her hair, like drop the braid, and you see like a massive flow of hair, impossible in length, absolutely impossible in length, and she's gonna wrap it around her arm and ready.
Why has that done that? Sorry, the door is shut. You shouldn't be able to see these. I don't know why it's done that. I apologise. So yeah, you shouldn't...
she's just ready. She's just. Oh.
Yeah, you can't
she
see
say
them.
there was light?
The door is... Volley shut the door, but for some reason the walling of the door, I think because it was ajar, was a bit weird. So you can't actually see into the corridor at this point. It is a shut door.
I was reading an action.
Mm-hmm.
For if I see it to sort of whip at it, but not anything else.
Okay. Yes, you are holding your hair ready.
Exactly.
Is that your turn, yeah?
Turn. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, Tim, it's you.
Tim just looks at Precious and Volley and he mutters to himself, "That's so cool." And then he looks... he looks down. How far of a drop does it seem to be to the balcony below?
20 foot.
Goodness no. Okay.
Maybe in a few levels.
Tim is going to move here. He is going to cast Bless on everyone.
Ooh.
And then he is going to, clearly like in a panic, a nervous sweat running down his face and his hands lightly trembling, he's going to move under the bed.
So isn't Bless 3 targets? So you're blessing everybody else, are you?
Yes, not me. Everyone else. As I sort of move to slide under the bed, my hands sort of shaking as you hear Tim's voice noticeably higher pitched than usual as he says, "You got this, guys."
Okay.
Do we? No.
Anything else from you?
Nope, that is the end of my turn.
Riley.
All right.
Volley, you're next.
I need to move to gain vision of the situation.
So although the door looks open on the map and looks ajar, you can't. It is shut, that's why you can't see past it.
Okay.
And you can
Did you
just
see
hear
flying swords?
Yeah. There's 2 of them. Definitely 2 flying swords.
All right. Are we just hiding then?
I don't know.
You hear them hacking away at the door. There's a couple of little splinters in.
I don't think the door will stay much longer. We might need to do something about them. We might need to fight them, I think.
Do I open the door?
Probably not.
How do I fight them with the door closed?
Well, I mean, the door's going to be open very soon. Probably.
Is it open if it isn't a door anymore?
Well, then it doesn't make a difference if I open it.
I guess so.
Make your choice. Time's ticking.
I mean, if the door's going to be open, we might as well just, maybe seize the initiative or something?
Alright, I might die, but fine.
I don't think...
We could just try hiding from them.
Gotta go fast or something?
I am opening the door. Jesus Christ, that is a big sword. I am casting Psionic Blast at this.
Okay. Oh, I've been stealing my... I've been telling you I've been preparing this campaign for weeks. 99% of that has been trying to mentally prepare myself for dealing with a mystic. So, Psionic Blast is...
I am using 2 side points for this, so it's 2d8 damage.
So yeah, you roll 2d8, and which one are you attacking? The one in front? Because there's no attack roll with this, is there? It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Okay.
Really? 3 damage.
Yes. Also, I apologise. Absolutely, you would be your held action, Precious, would be ready.
Oh yeah, held action, not
Actually, question: Does this actually work? Because the damage is psychic,
Wow.
and I don't know if the sword can take psychic damage.
You obviously don't know, do you? So you
Yeah,
unleash
I don't.
you unleash this blast of mind-racking energy, and you see it in what does your psychic energy look like? How does it manifest, or is it invisible?
Lightning.
Like what? Sorry.
A lightning.
Oh, nice. Okay. Any particular color?
Faint orange.
Just so I can be trying to catch some. I can be trying to sort out some spell effects for you in the future. So this light orange energy leaps out from you and wraps from your temples and wraps around the sword. It's a huge amount of it, but it doesn't seem phased whatsoever. And you could be forgiven for thinking, perhaps, not having a mind. These creatures, these swords are not affected by that.
Okay, well, fuck.
Anything else from you?
Can I close the door? How much?
You've already done your object interaction to open it.
Yeah. So no.
So no, I think opening and closing it, might be somebody else has to do that. But in the meantime, as well, Riley was
terrible.
Riley was holding on. So what was that? Oh, did you not target it?
Yeah, I did not. Sorry. I keep forgetting to do that.
It goes wide. But you all see, everyone who's Tim's under the bed as well. You see Riley's hair whip out in this. Did I say Riley hair? Sorry, Precious's hair whip out in this huge, whip. Very, very thick, and it stretches right past Varley's shoulder and right past Varley, past Riley, and just whip cracks out in the corridor. Doesn't connect, but then, well, you tell me what happens next, Precious.
It just sort of seems to retract quickly back into Precious's arms as she gets ready for another attack.
So cool.
Like a pink, hairy Dalsim.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so it is now Varley.
Bali's going to step around here. They see the 2 swords. They are going to hold up their hand and say, all right, freeze, and do a Ray of Frost attack.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice.
And then they are going to close the door again. Alright, I think this might be a good idea. We just play around the door, you know? They can't get us if we're behind the door.
Or under the bed. Can't get us if we're under the bed.
Maybe they will soon. Maybe. And that's Vali's turn.
I will need to also make a note to look the Foundry to Do channel that Bless was not auto-applied to your roll calculation there, I noticed, so I need to investigate the Blessed effect.
Oh, I did too.
Okay, so you hear hacking, and the door. Well, let me roll this one first.
Oh no,
The door is beginning to split apart a lot. You would, looking at it would seem maybe one more good hit will render this door damage enough of them just to pass through. Precious, it's you. Tim, you're up next.
Sorry, I can hold an action and bonus action, like do a bonus action and then hold my main action? Is that a thing? Or does holding...
because it costs you a reaction to unleash it, so yes, you can do that.
Okay, so as a bonus action, do I need to target? I'm gonna turn to Riley and just say, "Don't worry, you've got this. You can do this. I believe in you," and give her a dole of inspiration.
You also inspired one of the swords from still targeting it, but don't worry, I'll
Oh, damn it. The sword has no inspiration. She's going to move a little bit backwards because she's got a lot of range. Does she have a lot of range? Actually, sorry, no, maybe it's
it
10,
is... Yeah, it is... I believe we said 10.
Oh, 15.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's just
So yes,
thing.
you could still reach.
Is that enough for 15? Ruler.
Yeah, if the door were to open, that's 15.
Okay. So if the moment she sees the sword, she's going to whip at it. Whip her hair back and forth. Her hair.
Oh, see, yeah, I was hoping you were going to go for Vivo Whip It Good. But that's okay.
You know, maybe next time.
Okay, Tim.
Oh,
Riley, you're next.
Tim is nervously quivering underneath this bed, and he is going to take the hide action as he's trying very hard to just like stay beneath like the posts under the shadow, draw the covers down to shield his face. And that is a stealth check, correct?
It is.
Alright.
Safe beneath the dusty canopy bed, you would feel like you're somewhat hidden, but you would also perhaps think, I should have just got on the bed and closed the canopy. But you feel you feel hidden. Anything else?
And as for flavor, as his bonus action, he's gonna pull out a piece of paper and press on his finger so that ink starts to drip forth, and begin scribbling out a short last will and testament.
Okay. So the ink just flows from his finger, doesn't it? If I'm understanding right.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay. Riley, it's you. Varley, you're next.
I am realizing that all of my abilities deal psychic damage.
No.
Do we, as the party, do we have weapons with us? Because I don't imagine we would be carrying weapons into a library.
Valley does have a short sword on them.
Precious has no weapons and doesn't know how to use them.
It's up to you. It's up to you, Riley. It's up to you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I've got the letter opener. Might use as a dagger? Maybe?
We can certainly save it there. What a what a posh way to be killed. You went stabbed with... Well, we'd say it functions as a dagger, but being killed with just this bejeweled dagger. So ostentatious.
I will look around the room if there's anything that might be more useful, but if there's not, I will ask Precious for the...
You've got your choice between jeweled dagger, jug, or what's your strength score?
Non-existent.
Okay, not armchair then. So your choices are jug or letter opener. If you're saying you didn't bring your starting weapon with you.
Yeah, I definitely didn't. Okay, Precious, would you give me that letter opener?
I think she would have handed it to you with the bardic inspiration.
With your
Okay,
passive
thanks.
with your passive intelligence, Riley, I'll give to you as well that as you are looking around this room for something to use, frustratingly your mind goes back to the sparring room full of weapons downstairs.
Yeah. Okay, I will take the letter opener.
Okay, let me just. Did you have a dagger in your bag? Okay, let me just
No.
give you. I'll just give you a dagger for now, as improvised. Not
Okay.
mechanically improvised, but just as to save me making
you.
all. Yeah, you now have dagger in your bag.
Thank you. And I would like to hold my action to see what happens.
Okay. So are you hold on to anything in particular? Anything you're readying?
Like maybe if they're the swords are barging in, so I can like attack them.
Okay, so you can attack any enemy that comes in range. Well, if any of
Yeah.
these swords come in range. Okay. Varley, it's you.
All right. I think Vali's going to step back over here, and they're going to say, "All right, I think I'll try this." And they are going to ready another ray of frost the moment the swords bust through that door.
Okay. There's a crack, and the door splits in half as the first sword moves to drift through. Unleash your collective held fury.
Is it down in the south?
And don't forget the
Is it-
D4 from Black.
Is it down in the south? Sorry,
I see it
it's
over here.
Damn it.
I misunderstood what you mean. Sorry, Valley.
I'm seeing that the sword's token is down here, right over by.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I am
that's
too.
strange. No, the sword is directly in front of you.
Okay.
How strange.
All right, that misses.
I'm seeing it there as well.
Okay, it's definitely not. It is right in
Well,
front
we're
of Varley.
doing great. We're
All
doing
right.
great.
I believe you.
Oh wow! All 3 attacks missed. Unfortunate.
A 16 misses. Oh no.
That
Would
is.
Bless help any of you?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah,
did you
the
not apply your
blessing's on
blesses?
Raleigh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't.
the dagger was bless applied to the dagger attack.
I think it wasn't.
Then anything would have made that dagger hit.
I don't
So-
think it did. I don't think it was. So
Yeah. I don't see the plus 1d4.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's
so
just on the
so-
hair whip.
So Riley, yours definitely would have hit.
Okay,
Yeah, the
great.
hair whip unfortunately missed, and yeah, Ray of Frost would have missed as well.
Wow.
But the dagger, clink, hits. Okay.
Tim gives a soft little fist pump like he's helping.
Oh, now weirdly as well. Oh no, that's from Ray of Frost earlier. Now,
Yeah.
where does this other sword show as being for you?
It shows right
In
here.
front
Yeah,
of me.
so that is where it is. Now, if I move, I'm going to move this sword 2 to the right. Does it show as being in the top right of the room or the bottom right of the room?
It shows
Bottom right.
How strange. Well, do you know what? Give me it at full
Here.
health. Oh, so
Like
it,
this.
so it shows correctly for Nikki. Very odd. Okay, so one sword is here. The damaged sword is here. It is
I'll leave it
now.
on stage, see if that helps.
Alrighty.
It is now damaged sword's turn. It drifts past its companion and is going to make an attack at Riley. It swings overhead and makes a single strike.
Oh no.
It comes down.
Oh my god.
It comes down hard overhead. That is typical. Typical. The first attack against a player in the campaign. And it's like, is there any sort of reaction you can make?
Oh no.
No, because you held your reaction to unleash your held attack, actually. So yeah,
Yep.
it just comes down hard across Riley's front.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That is wow.
And just downs. You just see Riley crumple underneath the keen slice of this sword. Level 1
Riley!
combat. Good God. Riley hits the deck. There is nothing else it can do. Precious, it's you. Tim, you're next. You just see Riley. I mean, from under the. It's a very horror movie. Varley and Precious see the sword go across and her fall. Tim, from under the bed, you just see suddenly Riley on her side. And in horror film fashion, her eyes are on yours. Precious, it's you.
Is Riley still alive?
Um,
She's unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. Have we established that healing potions? So healing potions is an action. Giving someone a healing potion is an action.
Yes, bonus to take yourself, action to administer to somebody else.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Sorry?
I can help her. Don't worry. As you hear a soft, scared mutter from underneath the bed.
Okay. Well, if I hear that, then that might change something, at least for this round. She's gonna target. Which one did you say was damaged, DM?
The bottom
This one, or? Yeah, so she's gonna target that one and untarget this one, and sort of, try to grapple it with its, or like hit it with the hair whip.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to put the 1d4 manually just to FYI. Okay.
Hits.
Fracking finally.
Was that a fracking? Did you say fracking
yes.
finally? Nice.
I actually said freaking.
Oh, okay.
But...
I said fracking. Oh, that's not the right animation, but yeah. You whip it good. It's a very heavy whip, actually. It almost like bodies it down into the stonework for a moment, and there's like a single spark before it drifts back up.
Can I use my movement to just drag Riley closer to...
You can. You use half of it. It would not be... Given her size, you can. And it's forced movement on her part, so it would not be an opportunity
to attack
trigger, against
no.
her. Correct.
So I'm just going to sort of drag her forward. I can't actually do that.
It would be more difficult for anybody else, but given her size, you are able to. Are you taking her down another one, are you?
Yeah, if I can. Just sort of as close. It's like,
yep.
Get her up! She's just going to stand there. And that is end of my turn.
Right, Tim, it's you. Riley, you're next.
So, to set the scene for a moment, Tim sees as Riley collapses onto the floor. The only thing he can see is your feet and her unconscious body. The sounds of tumult and combat ringing throughout this enclosed room as his hands are quivering beads of sweat dripping down his forehead. As his bonus action, Tim is going to cast Healing Word on Riley. And as for his action, I'm going to roll a d20. If it's 10 or below, he will continue to hide. If it's above, he might find a bit of courage, and he does.
Oh, so courageous.
Tim tightens his shaking fists as he slides out from underneath the bed. And he stands and he casts Toll the Dead on the damaged sword. Let me go ahead and target that.
Guys, he's leaving Riley till the end.
Yeah. Alright, and they need to make a wisdom saving throw, or take 7 points of necrotic damage.
That looked like it was a D8.
D8.
D12 because it was injured.
Ooh. So then...
Yeah, it should be taking D12. Don't know why I didn't do... Oh, right. With the saving throws are doing what they do in my campaign. It rolls them once for you and then privately for me. So we'll always... Although you might see extra dice roll off in saving throw situations, we'll always go with what you, the players, all see publicly. So, yeah, It fails, and your spell just shatters the sword into tiny little fragments that just rain down on the floor. Varley shields their face for a second, just like quite harmlessly, just go by, and there's just a broken hilt grip on the floor.
Tim gives a few pants of exertion as he breathes heavily and staggers to his feet as Riley heals for 7 points.
You weren't targeting her, so I've manually added it on.
Danke.
Okay, Riley, you... Although, I imagine more high-pitched, back to consciousness.
What? Oh my... What happened?
swords fly, kill them now.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Right.
she will grab her letter opener and
Wait,
she
Riley,
will...
are you sure?
What?
Are you sure, Riley? You just got hit really hard.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. And she will move. And she will attack the sword.
Okay. Unfortunately.
You've also got inspiration if you ever want to use it. You don't have to use it. You have it for 10 minutes. So you don't have to use it.
Also, you have Bless on there, which is not applied.
The bless
Oh,
could,
right.
the bless could very likely. You may have already established.
It's 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
AC is 17 on these. You may have established from other attacks. Just so you're
Come
not
on,
worried.
Bless.
Just roll. Yeah, roll that d4.
Should have saved my fairy fire for this thing.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it hits. I think I have to apply. Yeah, because it thinks it missed. I have to do it manually. But yeah, you impressively, there's a thin blade of this sword wheeling around and spinning. You manage to just catch it with your dagger, and you just see that you come across with such a powerful backhand that a chip comes out of the blade, and you see that you have indeed damaged it. Anything else from Riley?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, Varley, it's you. Precious, you're soon.
Right. Vali is going to grab the short sword off their belt and not even taking it out of the scabbard. They're going to swing it like a bat at this flying longsword. And that can't be saved.
No.
But they are going to, with their free hand, grab at the hilt of the sword and try and swing it against the wall.
That is excellent flavour. I was wondering where you were leading with that. I really like that. And it hits.
Yay!
Yeah, so just roll it as per usual.
And they
Nice.
grab the sword and swing it and slam it into the wall as they grab onto the hilt. And then they let go and backpedal a bit. I think I got a good hit there.
Yeah, shower of sparks came up there. The sword.
Oh, damn it.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Pump those
Sorry.
brakes.
Sorry. Trigger happy.
The sword.
I'm so sorry.
After you let go and sort of backpedal from it, spins and levels its point at you and is going to thrust out towards you, closing the gap, Varley.
No.
Ooh,
17.
beat by 2. That hits.
Oh, max damage goes deep across the top of both your thighs.
Ow.
Precious.
Would you like me to roll again?
Yes, please.
Yes. Sorry about that. I actually didn't intend to click, and then I clicked. So that suits me for. So that's not gonna hit because it's 17.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
So frustrating.
Hits
Okay.
the wall between Varley and the sword.
Well, there's 4 people between us and issue, so I hope we can do this.
All right. So that's it for her
Tim.
for now.
All right. Tim, sort of peeking from behind the corner of the canopy bed. Gonna roll the d20 for him. He sort of shirks from the sword that is just cut across Volley's legs, and he is going to. Spells. He is going to go ahead and take the dodge action as he cowers underneath by the side of the bed.
Okay. Top of the
That's the end
round.
of it.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Tim. There's more there.
I was just saying that's the end of my turn.
Oh, okay. Riley, it's you. Varley, you're next.
Okay, Riley kind of props herself, like leans against the wall a bit because she's still kind of dizzy, but then she will attack the sword.
Okay. Hits. Just hits. You catch it on the edge of a blade. Oof. You take a huge chunk out of it. It's now like quite serrated down one side. It is noticeably floating and spinning with less poise and intent than it was before. It seems a bit lazy or half-hearted now.
Almost there.
I'll try and break it against the wall. Valley is going to once again wield their scabbard, short sword still in scabbard like a baseball bat, and swing it at this other sword. 34.
It hits.
And that hits. Batter up.
The sword just snaps off as it hits the wall and clatters, uselessly broken.
Okay, I think that's it. And Valley is going to grab the hilt of the sword, run over here, and just huck it as far as it can out into the endless mists.
Good job, Valley.
Flowers and flowers! Yeah. Shall we take a 15-minute break?
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Although Precious is going to hand Valley a potion, a healing potion.
Thank
that
you.
she wants to
I
use.
appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
We will take
Alright.
15 to our viewers, and we will be back very shortly.